My cozy war rig rolls through the snow and ice. Hey, how about a ready-made son? He's just at a base nearby. Just take a detour and pick him up. Ha! Isn't he better off at the base? So many people would kill for a spot in there. But he's just a teenager, 6 feet tall. Won't he be scared without me after all the years I've served you? Since you put it that way, then. The next moment I toss her off the rig. Ah, go be a good mom to your son. She tumbles through the snow, then scrambles up and chases after me. No, forget the son. Don't leave me behind. But I'm already long gone. Those two con artists still have no idea what they're dealing with. Apex, I'm here. We're heading to Duskmere now. Disguised as a normal vehicle on the surface. Understood. The world today lies buried under ice and snow. This is the Great Freeze. In a hidden stretch of snow, a human base broadcasts an announcement. Today's ration: 1 compressed biscuit, 300 milliliters of purified water. 6 months have passed since the Great Freeze began. Even now, no one knows how this endless winter came to be, but a disaster of this scale alone isn't enough to break humanity completely. What truly brought civilization to its knees are the Calamity Beasts that came from nowhere. These snow-white monsters feed on humans. Fire! The surviving human strongholds stand behind towering walls lined with weapons, holding back the Calamity Beasts. Every time a wave of beasts attacks, these walls and weapons keep humanity safe. And those killed by the Calamity Beasts turn into thralls bound to the beasts. Now, most humans can only hide inside survival bases scattered across the land, or hold on in makeshift camps formed by survivors. Everyone works, just to stay alive. Jade, go get some rest. Leave the chores to the rest of us. Okay, call me if anything comes up. As everyone nails boards and stokes the fire, someone suddenly shouts, "Hey, something's coming from over there! Huh? Ah!" A faint black line stretches across the distant snowfield. Everyone rushes to the fence to look. The scout on the watchtower is the first to see the truth through his binoculars. Damn it. He steps back and shouts a warning. It's the Thralls, humans killed by the beasts, turned into Thralls, now charge forward like the undead. Everyone brace for battle. Luckily, a single bullet is enough to bring one down. The soldiers keep firing, but there are simply too many. Soon the Thralls reach the fence, pushing to break through. Everyone fights to hold the line. Archers loose arrows, spearmen charge and stab. Don't let them break the line, keep them back, we need backup on the east side. The fence is about to give way. Despite constant resistance, the sheer number of Thralls finally crushes the fence. They pour in, humanity is in danger. The north defense line has fallen. The scout sounds the alarm, but the Thralls are too fast. Get inside, now, run! Residents scream and flee as more of the fence collapses. Ah, the monsters pour in, feasting without mercy. Anyone too slow to escape becomes their meal. Those hiding indoors listen to the screams outside, until they too are found. The camp has completely fallen. Even the watchtower is overrun. The scout tries to dodge, but there's nowhere left to run. A Thrall sinks its teeth into him. Jade Sue arrives in a flash, gathering speed before swinging her blade. One strike, both Thralls before her drop dead. Her arrival puts everyone a little at ease. It's Jade Sue. She leaps, spins, and cuts down the ring of Thralls surrounding her. Jade Sue is ridiculously strong. Before he can finish, a Thrall climbing the tower nearly catches her off guard. Don't be afraid, stay with Jade, wipe out every last Thrall. Damn it, we can win this. Archers, watch out, 2 Thralls are climbing up. Jade Sue dances through the Thralls, her blade painting through the chaos. Every Thrall she passes falls, yet she stays as spotless as fresh snow. Meanwhile, my war rig is still rolling through the snow. Captain, about 7 kilometers to the southwest, a human settlement has been detected. It's under attack by Calamity Beasts. You're bothering me with this. Camps get wiped out every single day. This camp sits directly above the Starvane ice mine. Damn it! Can you just finish your sentence next time? Setting off now. Inside the camp, a man dashes into his cabin, slams the door, and bolts it shut. He pries open a hidden floor hatch and climbs down into the tunnel to hide. Barely settled, he hears the wooden door burst open under the Thralls' assault. I hope they don't all die out there. Actually, wait, let them all die, as long as Jade Sue survives. That would be perfect. Easy on the eyes, and she can protect me too. Heh. He grins wickedly. Wait a second. Since when did my basement get this long? Deep in his dugout basement, a pitch-black hole suddenly appears. A pair of eyes creeps closer in the dark. By the time he sees clearly, it's already a Calamity Beast. The beast lunges at him. His final scream is one of pure despair. While everyone fights off, the Thralls' cabin roofs burst open one after another. Calamity Beasts climb out from inside the houses. Calamity Beasts? How is that possible? How are they coming out of the houses? Weren't the Thralls supposed to be wild? We came all the way out to this remote place. Calamity Beasts are nothing like Thralls. This camp is finished. While these people draw their attention, I need to get out of here fast. Even Jade Sue has no choice but to flee. The beasts are simply too powerful. The man tries to fight back with his gun, but when the beast lunges, he has no choice but to run too. Ah! I can't hold on any longer, please have mercy. Everyone scatters in a mad panic. Calamity Beasts are far more vicious than Thralls. There's no fighting back. The camp is nearly wiped out, and even Jade Sue is running for her life. Jade Sue glances back just as several beams of light tear straight through the beasts. The moment the beams touch them, the beasts shatter into pieces. The blinding beams are fast and relentless, overwhelming the beasts completely. No one has any idea what's happening. Little do they know, I'm just inside the rig shifting its form, playing a shooting game. To them, I'm a savior fallen from the sky. In truth, I'm just gaming. As it turns out, there's nothing a single blast from the pulse cannon can't solve. And if there is, just fire a few more. I keep unloading the pulse cannon round after round. Now it's the Calamity Beasts and Thralls running for their lives instead of the humans. Even the mightiest Calamity Beast is just a toy in my hands. Captain, the Calamity Beasts and Thralls in the camp have been completely eliminated. 17 humans were also caught in the crossfire. No matter. Soon my war rig rolls into the camp. Everyone stares at me, curious. Hey, what is that thing? A war rig? Wait, are we actually safe now? Did some base big shot come to save us? Everyone, don't make any sudden moves. This guy might not be friendly. Hey, don't get too close. Friend in the rig, thank you for saving all of us. May I ask what brings you all the way to our remote camp? There is something, actually. But before that, could you all put your weapons down? Are you kidding me? You want us to just give up our defenses? He was just attacking indiscriminately a second ago. Captain, detecting hostile emotional spikes in 3 individuals. Threat level has crossed the red line. I don't tolerate that from anyone. Eliminate. The next instant, the rig's pulse cannon strikes them down. Huh. He's going to kill us all. What's happening? Everyone panics. Do as he says. Drop your weapons. Finally, someone who speaks sense. Guess if you had to die before you'd listen. No need for all this tension. We of Apex Base just want to make a deal with you, that's all. I open the door and step out of the rig. They're terrified, yet can't stop whispering among themselves. He's so young. Have you heard of him? Heard of him where? You think your phone still gets a signal? This land used to be one of our base's mines. Since you've settled camp here, you're the ones who'll mine it now. I offer a choice, but not one you can refuse. The camp leader hesitates. This is all so sudden. I told you, this is a trade. 5 kilos of ore for 1 kilo of rice. How does that sound? Rice? Did I hear that right? Forget the rice. Just give us food, and I'll do anything you ask. I pull out a map and hand it to the camp leader. This has all the mine's details. The marked spot will be our trading point from now on. I've already stocked food and tools there as your starting supplies. He's speechless. I don't even know what to say. Well then, Jade, don't do anything foolish. A sudden voice catches my attention. Jade Sue comes sprinting across the snow, blade in hand, headed straight for me. She leaps and thrusts her sword at me. I dodge the strike, only to be taken hostage. We're taking your supplies and your rig. Think this through. I'm not afraid at all. Would you rather eat well, just this once, or have full meals every single day from now on? What's with every single day? Does Jade Sue think we're animals? So it's you, the loudmouth spinning tails. I actually thought you had backup watching us from the rig. What a bunch of fair-weather cowards. Aren't you afraid his base will come for revenge later? Jade, stop this now. The rig's weapons must be out of power. He's just trying to trick us into a trap. A sudden laser blast kills another resident. Ah, oh my god, there's still someone in the rig. Jade Sue tries to use me as leverage. There's no one else in the rig. The one attacking is the AI system. Oh, and if I'm not back in the rig within 30 minutes, it will wipe out the entire camp. This bastard. If that's how it is, take me to the rig right now and cancel that order. And if you try anything, understood. Let's go. Jade Sue marches me toward the rig, still holding me hostage. The others follow, curious to see what happens. They think I'm easy to handle. The next second, the laser wipes them all out. Ah! Why is it attacking again? Is the AI glitching out or something? In the end, only Jade Sue and I make it into the rig. The others wait anxiously outside. Everything all right in there? The moment we're inside, Jade Sue drops her sword and throws her arms around me. Long time no see. Kai, I never expected to run into you here. You really scared me back there, Jade. Well, whose fault is it for being so careless, walking out of the rig with zero caution, not even worried about getting ambushed? Heh, anyone who's tried to ambush me ended up as ash. More importantly, Jade, we sit down together on the couch. What brings you all the way out here? I'll explain later. Kai, can you take me back to Duskmere? As for the mine, I can have my father send a team of professionals to help you extract it. He's the head of Duskmere base now, so this would be easy for him to arrange. Uncle Sue is as impressive as ever. But there's no need to trouble him over something this small. I'm heading that way anyway, after all. That's my hometown too. I've been meaning to go back and see it. Thank you, nature, for this gift, this blessing that came knocking on my door. I'll gladly accept it. Damn it, is Jade Sue really getting captured? How could someone with her skill fall for this? Jade acted on her own. It has nothing to do with the rest of us. Relax. As long as you all keep mining for me properly, the deal we just made still stands. I'll come back in 2 months to check on things. Oh, and one more thing. Don't even think about trying anything clever. That ore is worthless in your hands, no better than a chunk of rock. Only by trading with me does it become a win for everyone. Did he just leave? Everyone watches the rig drive away. Chief, come look at this. It's really rice, actual rice. He wasn't lying to us. The chief can hardly believe it either. The rig shifts form and speeds off at full throttle. Wait, you're really giving them that much rice? That raw ore has a terrible yield rate. Besides, our base isn't exactly short on food. Judging by how you're acting, you must hold quite a bit of status back there. Ha! Come on, Jade, are you really that curious? Don't worry, I'm not so tactless as to go prying into another base's secrets. So, how long are you planning to stay in Duskmere? Depends on how things go. There might be times I'll need your help, Jade. No need to be so formal with me. If you hadn't shown up today, I would have been in real trouble. Oh, mind if I use your shower? Sure, there's a fresh robe in the closet. Feel free to use it. Thank you so much. I can't even remember the last time I had a proper shower. Captain, her threat level stays flat at 0, no fluctuation. And there's something else about her, Captain should note. I know. Shall monitoring continue? No need. As long as there's no ill intent. After all, in times like these, it's no surprise what people's hearts can turn into. I never thought I'd get to soak in such a warm bath again. She breaks into a blissful smile, humming softly. Back at the camp, they finally have porridge. It tastes incredible. If we could drink porridge like this every day, I'd even call that guy my godfather. Oh please, weren't you calling him a thug just yesterday? Speaking of which, Jade Sue nearly got all of us killed. She really deserved to be taken hostage. He's probably already got her begging on her knees by now. These fair-weather people spin their cruel little theories, never knowing Jade Sue is living far better than they are. This is way too good to be true. I can't believe I still get to eat things like this. Ha, thanks for the feast. So Jade, why weren't you back at your own base, instead of wandering into that remote camp? Jade Sue turned serious. I was leading a team on a mission. We ran into a king-tier Calamity Beast in a grain depot out there. Everyone move! A teammate fires an RPG, it hits the beast exploding in a cloud of smoke. Everyone thinks it's over. That should have finished it off, right? But the next moment, the beast's shriek tears through the smoke. Captain, look out! It bursts out and slams a punch straight into Jade Sue. She crashes hard into the wall. Run! Everyone scatters in terror. Not even an RPG could take it down. There's no way we can beat this thing. Jade Sue searches for somewhere to escape. She spots an opening and slips inside. When she climbs back out, the situation outside is just as grim. All the vehicles wrecked. Who did this? Later, I came across a camp of survivors on the move. I traded a box of antibiotics for a place to stay with them. It's a good thing you showed up. Otherwise, who knows when I'd have made it back. A mission that dangerous. I can't believe Uncle Sue sent you on it. Even Dad never expected something like that would be lurking in there. Right now corresponds to what used to be summer, so it made sense to move grain while we could. Would you like some coffee? No answer for a long while. I turn around. She's already asleep on the couch. Just fell asleep like that, honestly. Who's the careless one now? I head to my room, fix up the bed, and lie down to sleep. I drift off quickly, and in my dream, memories of the past resurface. I keep telling everyone, don't believe rumors, don't spread them. This crowd of Jade's admirers just won't leave me alone. Ugh. Suddenly, a glowing object drops from the sky. What? Before I can finish, the beam of light plunges straight into my body. A massive surge of energy floods through me. I see the future. Calamity beasts everywhere, humanity fading, the world buried in ice. Have you all lost your minds? That is our last safe haven. If even we fall, do you really think they can escape this disaster? Please. What's going on? Apex. Hearing that voice, my mind rings with static. A girl with purple hair, dressed in something almost futuristic, suddenly appears before me. Huh? A woman? Hey, why is that guy talking to thin air? He's probably lost it thinking about women. Gross. I reach out to find out for myself. It's not like I'm seeing a ghost in the middle of the night. Huh. It's actually soft. Back in reality, I'm pinching Jade Sue's cheek. Hey! The commotion wakes us both up. Oh, good morning. The moment is thoroughly awkward. So, when exactly did you climb up here? Don't you remember what you did last night? We didn't even drink. Whether something happened. Don't you know better than anyone? Ha! Who's to say? By the way, Jade, if you're really looking for a little fun, now wouldn't exactly be off the table. Looks like we're almost there. Exactly because we're almost there, Jade. Ah, time to pay the fare. And now, of all times, she turns shy. The rig moves fast. We're already back in Duskmere. Finally back. Yeah, the base sits in the city's old second ring. Better not drive that flashy thing straight in there. I understand her concern and don't object. Duskmere looks so different now, everything's changed. Dad probably thinks I'm dead by now. So we're just going to walk to the base like this? Of course not. The scene shifts to the outer perimeter of Duskmere base. Lights blaze here around the clock, weapons and radar running non-stop, ready for anything. High up in a wall-top office, a man reads a newly arrived report. Another base wiped out by Calamity Beasts. Back with us, Jade Sue speeds down the road in a luxury sports car with me riding along. A pack of Thralls chases behind. Fast as they are, they still can't outrun the car. Didn't expect you to have a car stashed away out here. Call it stashed? I bought this car before the world ended. Nowadays I can only take it out in summer. Soon, Jade Sue brings me to the base's front gate. 2 guards step forward immediately. Halt! Halt! Oh, it's Miss Sue. Weren't you already? Oh, mind opening the gate? I'm afraid you're in trouble. What's going on? Well, you'd better go see Commander Sue first. Got it. The gate opens, and we head into the base. Jade Sue's return sets off a wave of chatter. Am I seeing this right? Isn't that Miss Sue? She's still alive! Who's that guy beside her? Doesn't that mean... She never even ran off, that scheming woman. Keep it down, she'll hear you. Jade Sue doesn't let it bother her. Nowadays, Duskmere's residents rarely get access inside the base itself. Most have been relocated to the apartment blocks nearby. The closer they live to the base, the safer they are. We send patrols to check on them regularly. Jade, it's really you, thank God. A man comes running up, grinning. You have no idea how worried I've been. He spots me and freezes for a second. Tsh. His expression sours instantly. This guy again. I've had enough of him. Hey Jade, you're allergic to men. At least let me finish the sentence. I'm just allergic to flies. Oh. Jade Sue can't hold back a laugh. The man collapses to the ground. She doesn't bother helping him up. This guy just reminds me of some bad memories. I slip up and hit a bit too hard. As long as he's still breathing, that's fine. Look at him, sleeping so peacefully. Who is this guy anyway? The son of the base's former deputy chief. I've never given him the time of day. Why, does that upset you? Whose fault do you think this is? Ever since rumors started that you and I were more than friends, I haven't had a single peaceful day. Whether I'm in class or resting, even when I'm just gaming. Dora, heal me up quick. I'm going for a 5-kill streak. Huh, why is it lagging, damn it? Ha, you really thought you could pull off a 5-kill? If I ever find out who started that rumor, I will not let it slide. Who was it though? Hard to say. Too embarrassed to say another word, we hurry off. Back in the office, the man suddenly hears a notification. He glances toward the door and speaks. Come in. The door swings open, and Jade Sue walks in with me. Dad, she's finally back. Oh, Jade. Oh my god. Uncle Sue can barely contain himself. Am I dreaming? How did you make it back? As if you'd get to have a dream this nice. Captain, that red-haired guy's threat level was nearing the red line just now. I suppose that's just how flies are. That hostility wasn't aimed at Captain. The reading points at Jade Sue with 99.97% probability. Not affection then. Actual hostility? Now that's interesting. Oh, and hold off on spending star points on anything unnecessary for now. There's something else going on right now. Understood. Why'd that kid bolt off so fast? It's not like I'd eat him. I've never seen you pay him any mind before. Oh ha, that reminds me. Mimi has come to our base. Mimi's here? It's been so long since I've seen her. She's likely the only survivor of Aurora Base. Oh, Aurora Base fell to the Calamity Beasts too? Is she alright? Command is still investigating. Excuse me for a moment, but according to Mimi's account, the one who destroyed their base seems to have been... The pink-haired girl's eyes suddenly widen. A human. She remembers that man from the day her base fell. He didn't seem human at all. He tore the whole base apart with ease. Even now, remembering it fills her with burning hatred. Die! She suddenly lunges at me. You monster! Have you lost your mind? Stop it! I twist her blade back and drive it into her. What's going on here? Jade Sue rushes over. She arrives to find me holding a blood-stained blade and Mimi wounded on the floor. You owe me an explanation. I stay silent. She turns to check on Mimi. She examines Mimi's wound. Mimi, don't move. What actually happened here? I kindly tried to help her up, and this madwoman came at me like I'd killed her family, swinging a blade the second I touched her. Jade, he's lying. He used helping me up as an excuse to slip his hand under my clothes and molest me. Is that true? She's actually making up lies about me. Let's get her to the medical wing first, the nerve of her. I yank her up from behind. Molest me? Kai, stop, you don't get to talk. She coughs up blood. Suspected violent incident in Sector 46. Dispatching units to investigate immediately. Guards arrive quickly and question Jade Sue. Miss Sue, can you explain what happened to the injured party? I did it. Does this base not allow self-defense? Move the injured party out. As for this one, put him in the interrogation room for now. Please, just don't say anything reckless right now. I'll handle this myself. You can head back. Well, base law is clear on this, Miss Sue. Please don't put us in a difficult spot. Just go along with him for now. I'll sort this out later. Miss Sue, should I take this as a declaration of war against us? Apex Base? Oh? Apex Base? This kid's from an outside base? Are you serious? You break the rules here. Even if you were the head of another base yourself, you'd still have to follow procedure. Teach this brat a lesson. Everyone's just dying to be reborn, huh? Alert, Calamity Beast raid. Looks like we've got uninvited guests. Again, all combat personnel, report immediately to Sector A. Alert, Calamity Beast raid. All combat personnel, report immediately to Sector A. Base gates close in 5 minutes. Anyone still outside, move quickly. Everyone rushes inside the base. Tanks roll out to hold back the Calamity Beasts. Looks like your base doesn't exactly welcome me. Kai, there must be some misunderstanding between you and Mimi. Just come with me first. Never mind, Miss Sue. She wants to stop him, but the words won't come. The rig quickly pulls up to where I jump out and takes me back. I glance back at the base about to be under siege. Not my problem. Base gates closing shortly. Please enter immediately. Miss Sue, Commander Sue says you're not to leave. Get out of my way! Jade Sue is seething. Whew, that scared me half to death. I've never seen Miss Sue that furious before. Forget it, just let him go. We've already delivered the message anyway. Notice, base gates are now closed. Residents who didn't make it inside, evacuate open areas immediately. Find the nearest shelter and take cover. The Calamity Beasts arrive fast, swift and overwhelming in number. As they close in on the base opens fire to hold them off. There are way too many of them. This isn't good. Ugh, don't let it block the cannon. The gun turret is destroyed in seconds. Something's off. Why is this wave so massive? Squad 4 has lost communication, contact lost. And there are quite a few elite Calamity Beasts mixed in. A soldier aboard a helicopter opens fire. A beast suddenly leaps up. The rotor shreds it, but the chopper loses balance. Pull back now! Ah, we can't keep this up. Everyone, abandon the outer defense line. Fall back to the inner ring immediately. The red alert sounds again. Commander, there are nearly 1 million civilians in the outer ring. We can't afford to keep losing soldiers. Have the civilians take cover on their own. But warn them not to cluster together. Calamity Beasts love crowds most of all. Ah! Even suppressive fire can't hold against their sheer numbers and speed. The human line keeps collapsing, and this is only the first wave. Elite Calamity Beasts spotted. The sniper lines up his shot. Wait, isn't that Miss Sue? Jade Sue is out there fighting on the battlefield too. She's strong beyond anything human. You didn't know? Her compatibility with the hyperdimensional sequence factor is over 90%. With Dr. Yao's help, long ago she awakened her sequence gene. Over 90%? That's absurd. Still, I can't shake the feeling Miss Sue out there is just venting. Meanwhile, my rig rolls steadily through the snow. Ah, don't be scared. A little girl is startled by the noise. Her mother comforts her. I carry a black plastic bag up to an iron gate and knock. It really has been a long time since I've been home. Huh, why does that sound like a lock turning? I kneel before a small grave to pay my respects. Kai? Is that Kai? They step outside and see me. Autumn. The base launches missiles, and suppression finally gains real ground. Humanity finally enters the counterattack phase. All units, take note. We are now entering the mop-up phase. Leave no corner unchecked. Even one surviving Calamity Beast could lead to serious consequences. Thermal scans show the dark buildings crawling with Calamity Beasts. Wait, why would the rescue truck show up right now? It's packed with Thralls. The soldiers freeze in shock. Looks like they didn't escape in time. The whole truckload turned into monsters. Open the ventilation shaft. They then hurl grenades straight into the underground shelter where civilians were hiding. Wait, someone's actually crying for help. Save me. Hey, is someone in there calling for help? Quiet, rookie. There's nothing but Thralls in there. No humans left. Watching their own comrades turned into Thralls, the soldiers can't bring themselves to fire, eyes brimming with tears. Operation complete. Good work, everyone. The red alert finally falls silent, and the world settles back into stillness. Ah, this is the first time the outer defense line has ever been breached. Casualties must have been heavy. Why do I keep getting this bad feeling? Your instincts are dead on, Commander Sue. Hey, isn't that the Frontier Enforcers? This is a warrant issued by Frontier Command against you. Please cooperate. You people... He realizes at once he's been set up. Meanwhile, Jade Sue is still mopping up stray Calamity Beasts. She finishes one off cleanly and turns to leave, when a voice stops her. Jade, what are you doing out here? It's that guy Wes again. Didn't Uncle Sue tell you to stay inside the base? Let's hurry back. Don't let him find out. Wait, aren't you supposed to be logistics support? Jade Sue has no idea he harbors deep hostility toward her. Never mind. Not expecting anything useful from him, Jade Sue presses on. But in truth, she's already braced herself, sensing something's wrong. She spins suddenly and swings her blade at them. Watch out! Wes takes the blade straight on, badly wounded. Jade Sue seizes the moment and flees. Damn it, there's no capturing her alive now. Hey, that was enough of a message. Chase her and you're risking your life. Let's go. Ugh, almost forgot about him. Under a starlit night sky, inside the Duskmere orphanage, I never imagined only you and Autumn would be left here. But you're back now, aren't you? I'm really so happy. I'm sorry, Autumn. I'll have to leave again soon. But before that, I'll get you both settled inside the base. Hey, look! There are footprints over here. Jade Sue, badly injured, dodges the soldiers hunting for her. Huh, over there, after her. They've spotted her. Move faster. So then, you're a resident of Apex Base now? A sudden sound rings out again. The three of us turn toward it. Jade Sue had been here. She left a bag by the door. I open the door, find the bag on the ground, and inside are a few sheets of paper. I flip through them, pick up the note, and read it. What is this now? It reads, something's happened at the base. Leave Duskmere as soon as possible. If only Kai could use that rig. Maybe. Jade Sue shakes her head again. No, I can't drag him into this. Well now, Miss Sue, in the middle of the night like this, sneaking around outside my door, up to something are we? Caught in the act, Jade Sue finds herself unable to say a word. She stands frozen for a long moment, then breaks down in tears. She's clearly been through something terrible. Honestly, if this had gone untreated much longer, this hand would have been ruined. Why would your own people be hunting you down? I think someone, after seeing me come back alive, just couldn't hold back any longer. Couldn't hold back. Officer Yan of Frontier Command, Jay's uncle, has long coveted Duskmere Base for reasons unknown. He once used his position to have his own brother parachuted in to become our deputy chief, and even started building his own faction inside the base. My father has done everything to keep them in check, but 2 incidents in a row gave them the opening they needed. 1, Jay's father died mysteriously inside the base, and the killer has never been found. The other is that grain mission I told you about before. The moment I got back to the base, Dad warned me right away. While I was away, there's been talk going around, claiming he ordered me to hoard the grain for myself, otherwise how could so many go out and not a single one come back? The grain, that's the real deadly part. For Officer Yan, arresting a base commander only needs one good reason. And if higher command comes asking, the long-standing doubts about this base make the perfect excuse. I'm sorry. About getting your family into the base like I promised. That might not be possible now. Back at the base, several men step off a helicopter, dripping with self-importance. They appear to be the masterminds behind this whole scheme, plotting something sinister. Wes and Jay hear the commotion and stop what they're doing. Wes, I'll step out for a moment. Sure thing, Jay. The moment he says it, Jay rushes out, unable to wait. Uncle, you're finally here. I need to go see Commander Sue first. Uncle! The older man's face darkens with anger. I have no nephew as shameful as you. Get lost! Jay is kicked away with a grunt of pain, his wounds worsening. He lies there on the ground, ignored by everyone, watching the 3 of them walk away. God, today feels like some kind of dream. We're grilling meat inside the rig. Wow, this smells amazing. Careful, it's hot. You two are unbelievable. Jade Sue walks over too. cooking all this good food behind my back while I was asleep. Do I need to pay a fare just to eat now? We didn't want to disturb your rest, that's all. You could have just slept right through it. In this dangerous apocalypse, we still feel as content as ever. It's honestly hard to believe. My hand's almost fully healed already. I've never heard of medicine this powerful. I'm getting more and more curious about your base. No need to go fishing for answers. I wouldn't mind someone to warm my bed, sure, but don't count on me for anything risky. Ha, you're overthinking this. Alright, just eat already. Aha, sure. We pick up our chopsticks and fall silent, snow drifting steadily outside. Jade Sue wakes to find herself curled up against me and quickly pulls away. Too embarrassed to wake me, she turns to leave, but the moment she's gone, my eyes open too. She walks through the snow, glancing back again and again. She stops, staring toward me for a long moment, then finally turns and walks off alone. Ugh, I'm exhausted. I really don't get what Command is thinking. Just to catch one person, they've locked down the entire inner ring? Hey, you're to capture Jade Sue. We've already lost 9 of our own. This is your power struggle. Why should we pay the price for it? 9? That won't do. Ah, what did you say? What do you mean by that? Doesn't 10 have a much nicer ring to it? In an instant, the soldier who'd just been talking has his neck snapped. Captain! The squad never saw it coming. What did he just do? Too fast, no one even saw it. 90%. There's no escaping now, Jade Sue. Hey, what is that? Don't let him get away. Stop right there. Stop him. Get out of the way. Their gunfire has no effect on me at all. Even this place is guarded. No way, this is all just to catch Jade. He's way too fast. There's no stopping him. Nothing can hold him back. I break through their line without effort, crashing straight in. Are you two really staying here? I suppose it's still hard to let this place go. Besides, with all the supplies you gave us, we won't run out for years. Ah. In the end, I set off alone once more, driving the rig down a new road. The rig races through the snow, a quiet loneliness in its wake. Back at the camp I once saved, someone spots my return. Hey, look over there! The familiar, terrifying white rig rolls into camp. Whoa. Why is that walking disaster back again? Walking disaster? That's my godfather. Go tell the chief, quick! How much ore have you mined so far? Wait, didn't you say you'd come back in 2 months? That thin surface layer of ore could be cleared in just a few days with the equipment I gave you. If I hadn't shown up, you all weren't even planning to start work, were you? No, I'll get them moving right away. Chief, letting some people go isn't always a bad thing. If I hadn't taken a liking to you back then, I wouldn't have bothered to warn you at all. He recalls the map I gave him, marked with a warning about lethal radiation in the ore. Kai, are you heading back to the rig now? How about we go up together and take care of you? Your hands are actually pretty good at this. Just you alone is fine. Good hands, huh? So this is the type you're into. I'll go get you someone. Just a moment. He opens the door to call someone over. Marina, come here a second. Coming, boss. She's the strongest woman in our whole camp. To your liking? You just about scared me. Chief. I pat his shoulder with a smile and decline. Better keep her for yourself. Elsewhere, Mimi walks down a pitch-dark corridor. Jade Sue suddenly drops down, startling her. It's me. Jade Sue quickly covers her mouth. Jade, why are you back now, of all times? I'll explain later. Take me to your room first. Jade Sue turns and moves off at once, her steps urgent. Mimi's expression darkens with hidden intent as she secretly presses a button on the remote in her hand. The remote flashes red, the quiet act going unnoticed by anyone. So, how's your injury holding up? Should be fine. Though it is a bit strange. I was hurt so badly before, but now I barely feel any pain at all. A blonde-haired woman suddenly rushes toward them, blade drawn. Watch out! Jade Sue shoves Mimi aside and moves to fight the woman. The woman is clearly stronger. Her blade darts straight for Jade Sue's throat. The war rig soars over the snow, countless thralls chasing after it. Every one of them gets thrown aside or crushed beneath its wheels. Kai, are we heading back to camp now? That's right. It's been a whole week since we left. What, don't you want to go back? Of course I do. These past few days have been the happiest I've felt since the apocalypse began. Oh, right. Do you remember during your migration roughly where you ran into Jade Sue? When we met Jade, I don't remember the exact spot. But it wasn't far from the camp. At the speed this rig moves, it should be right near the camp then. Then let's swing by and grab a few things. I turn the wheel and speed toward it. Meanwhile, back at Duskmere Base, Commander Sue. Just hand over Dr. Yao's legacy and I'll forget all about you killing my brother. I've told you, I didn't kill him. Yeah, and you'd better go keep an eye on the Calamity Beasts. That attack the other day, I keep feeling like someone was directing them. Don't try to change the subject. Don't think that just because Lu Shusho has your back, I won't dare touch you. Scarlet, don't move. Jade, what are you people trying to do? Let him go now. I can let him go. It depends on whether you cooperate. Now that both the Su's father and daughter are locked away, the balance of power at Duskmere Base has shifted completely. Bear with it a little longer, Jade. Speaking of which, with that 90% match rate of yours, you're still stuck at coalescence after all this time? Pathetic. Where's the sequence serum? I've never heard of any serum. Anyway, this is the last room in the research lab. I promised Dr. Yao that I'd never let anyone in here. For his daughter's sake, Uncle Sue leads them to a door. He presses both hands against it, lifts the lockdown, and pulls the door open. Is this some kind of biometric lock? Rushing in carelessly might trigger a self-destruct mechanism. They follow Commander Sue inside. This should be everything. Commander Sue pulls a file folder from the cabinet, and it's snatched right out of his hands. Isn't this exactly the research data? And a few pages here, I can't even tell what language this is. Jan, watch out. A sudden gunshot rings out, snapping everyone's attention. Useless. You've wasted enough of my time. He shoots Jan dead without a second thought. NDH. The blonde woman erupts with fury and attacks. You bastard. The white-haired man fights her bare-handed and somehow holds his own. He leaps into the air, catching her blade between both palms, and the blonde woman can't force it through. Dad! Jade rushes over to help her wounded father up. Go, now! Jade hurries her father away. The blonde woman leaps in with a downward slash, casually blocked with a single hand. The white-haired man simply presses his palm against her blade, unraveling every strike she throws. Scarlet, get out of the way! Jay arrives too, an RPG in hand. He fires straight at the white-haired man. Scarlet leaps clear as the blast strikes the white-haired man dead on. Cough. Scarlet chokes on the smoke from the blast. Fall back. If this place caves in, we're in trouble. Jay tosses the launcher to the ground and turns to run for his life. Scarlet bolts as well. Right now, I've arrived outside the cave where Jade once ran into danger. The wrecked car still sits in the snow. Unhurried, I walk straight toward the cave. According to what Jade told me, a king-tier Calamity Beast lives here. Though for a beast, that's probably about equal to a human at attunement. King-tier beasts vary in strength too. Judging by Jade's description, this one has most likely reached confluence. An ordinary confluence level threat isn't much of a problem. Still, I've circled around for a while and haven't spotted the thing. Whatever, if it's not here, that just makes things easier for me. All the food supplies they left behind are right here. I raise a hand, and every last supply lifts into the air. This pressure anchor ring is really too slow to extend and retract. If it weren't so restricted, it'd actually make a solid combat tool. Such a waste. Soon every scrap of food in the cave is mine. I didn't find what I came for, but this list is a nice surprise. In that case, this Duskmere base, no, all of Duskmere City, has outlived its use to me. Supply secured, I drive the rig straight back to camp. Huh? Why is the chief arguing with everyone? If we don't get compensated, this isn't over. We knew that mine had radiation all along. Give me back my brother. What's everyone doing gathered here? Quiet, all of you. Kai, you're finally back. I made a point of only sending down miners with no family, the troublemakers who never behaved anyway. But the moment something happened to them, suddenly everyone's claiming to be their relative. Demanding, I hand over the dead men's food rations. Hey you, my husband died in that mine of yours. Asking for compensation is fair, isn't it? Kai, this woman switches men every other day. Don't let her fool you. Come to think of it, she tried to seduce me too. What do you two even talk? My answer to their squabbling is a cold, well-placed bullet. Since when do I owe any of you an explanation? Speaking of which, Jay, what are you doing here? Don't underestimate a former tech nerd. There's barely a corner of this base I can't see into. Was this all you're doing then? Only just figuring that out now? I paved the whole road for you and you still couldn't walk it. Had to drag things out this long. Heh. You really thought no one would catch on to your little tricks after all this time? I just told them to look the other way, that's all. The base's alarm blares red once again. The war rig rolls into the mine shaft, breaking down the ore and drawing it in as fuel. I'm watching the rig recharge itself when my phone suddenly rings. I only gave Autumn 1-star anchor phone. I've barely been gone any time at all. Why is it Autumn? Kai, there are so many monsters out there. Out in the residential blocks ringing Duskmere base, the Calamity Beasts strike again in overwhelming numbers, barely days after the last attack. This time, powerful beasts that have evolved flight join the assault. They even scale the apartment towers, scrabbling across the walls. The survivors inside are too terrified to make a sound. Run, all of you! If they spot us, there's only one way this ends. A father gives his life, and it only buys a few seconds. The beasts gather beneath the flying one. It lets out a roar as if issuing a command. Where the hell is Officer Yan run off to at a time like this? How did it come to this? Could this be the king-tier beast from the rumors? The base scrambles its defenses once more. Ah, there are beasts in the sewers too. They come surging out. One bite and the steel plating meant to hold them back is torn to shreds. People stand there, utterly helpless. The base deploys a wave of tanks to lay down suppressive fire. Numerous as they are, the ordinary beasts can't stand up to heavy firepower. The barrage cuts them down in droves, but the king-tier beast is a different story. Watch out. One swipe of its claw, one tank gone. A single stomp is a death sentence. People are helpless before it, tossed around like toys. Does this new commander even know what he's doing? If only Commander Sue were here. We can't keep this up, Commander Sue, you've done well. Leave the rest to me from here. Does this mean I'm cleared of suspicion? Thank goodness. And Officer Yan? Killed by your own traitor. Here are 50 vials of the sequence serum. Find people you trust and administer it to them. If the fusion succeeds, they'll advance straight to coalescence. I have work for them afterward. And if it fails, do they die? Yes, Kai, count me in. Are you sure? Compared to that helplessness I felt facing disaster, I'd rather take the gamble. And if I really am that unlucky, then I'll ask you, Kai, to see me off. Soon she lies down to wait for the procedure. I pull the blanket over her, hoping it works. Back at Duskmere base, things aren't looking good. What's going on? My head is splitting. Hey, what are you doing in the armory? Move. Mimi suddenly transforms into a Calamity Beast. A soldier is bitten down in an instant. Civilians scatter through the corridors in panic. Get in quick! The last person doesn't make it. A Thrall drags them down. The one guarding the door, terrified, slams it shut, sealing the Thralls outside. Inside, the survivors are scared half to death. Commander Sue, it's bad! Thralls have suddenly appeared all through the base. The shelter tower is in complete chaos. What? Commander, let me go check it out. Go. The blockade door begins to crack under the Thralls' relentless assault. The Thralls finally break through, and the crowd descends into panic. Luckily, Jade arrives just in time to save them. Everyone stares in awe as Jade steps out through the broken door to assess the scene. She quickly radios in, Shelter Tower, Sector E, is cleared. No sign of any Calamity Beasts so far, copy that. Elsewhere, soldiers are handling their own emergencies. Thralls can't spread infection, and there's no beast to be found. Strange. Isn't the surveillance footage up yet? Wait, why is there a test subject here? Mimi has fully turned monstrous now, feeding on a fallen soldier's corpse. Fine then, go ahead and rampage all you like. All squads, fall back and regroup at the inner ring. Fire a flare immediately. Draw that big one's attention. All heavy firepower stand by. Moments later, a blazing flare shoots up, lighting the sky. Everyone braces, ready to open fire at any moment. Sure enough, the King Tier Beast takes the bait. Please, look after my family, don't worry, I have to admit, you've earned my respect completely, and that promise I made earlier still stands. From this moment on, you're an auxiliary unit of Apex Base. Understood. We're heading out. Soon they set off on the task I assigned. On the road, one of them remembers. I wonder how Jade is doing now. She saved me once, so... You mean Jade? Wait, what did you just call her? I don't know how she's doing either. Why do I get the feeling I'm being messed with? But she doesn't react much. This rig is amazing. The off-roader speeds off and disappears. Tasks assigned, I summon the war rig. A ring of light flares around it, forming a shield of energy. Once things wrap up here, it'll be time for us to move on too. Back at Duskmere Base, the King Tier Beast crashes down from the sky. Every gun trains on it at once, and it dodges every shot with ease. Even direct hits land like they're striking solid steel. One swipe wrecks a turret, and it's already streaking toward the next. On the ground, the ordinary beasts renew their assault. They move with terrifying speed. Don't let them reach the base. While the army lays down suppressive fire, Jade is busy cutting down Thralls. She's just finished off a soldier-turned-Thrall when a call comes through. Captain, we've traced the infection source through the surveillance footage. But it might be... Jade freezes, stunned by the answer. Above the base, the King Tier Beast fights like a god of war. It shrugs off wave after wave of gunfire, leaving ruins wherever it passes. Finally, a high-speed armor-piercing round catches it mid-pause, slamming into its chest. Seizing the opening, every other gun turns on it at once. At last, they've actually heard it. Morale surges through the ranks. Under the relentless barrage, the massive beast finally goes down. Well done! Everyone breaks into cheers. Watch out! A pink blur suddenly darts into view. What is that? In a single instant, several soldiers have their throats torn open. Mimi, now a Calamity Beast, moves with terrifying skill. Bullets can't even touch her. Two swipes, two more dead. Jade cuts her way in, her blade finding its mark. Miss Sue! The battle narrows to Jade against Mimi. Transformed, Mimi's physical abilities have surged, and even Jade struggles to keep up. After several exchanges, strange shows on Jade's face, another clash sends them apart, neither able to gain the upper hand. Jade charges in, blade raised, but the thought of killing her own friend with her own hands brings tears to her eyes. Light flickers through her eyes as her cells begin to shift. Her power awakens, surging higher. With her newly empowered blade, she cuts clean across Mimi's chest. This time, Mimi can't withstand the blow. What exactly did you do? Everyone in this base is already a test subject of mine. Their negative emotions will be amplified without limit, until they mutate completely. And isn't this exactly the outcome you wanted? Are you working with that woman? So she's hated me and Jade all along. Why does Jade get tangled up with a man like this? Why does she get to live better than me? If that's how it is, no. What am I even thinking? Only now, on the verge of death, does something finally feel wrong to her. Hehehe. They used to be such good friends, but now she'll never get the chance to say sorry. Meanwhile, the war rig finally finishes absorbing the ore's energy. Fully charged, I pull the door open and climb in. I start the engine, fully powered now. The rig is faster than ever, and it vanishes into the snow. The base is still holding the line against the beasts. Even without that huge one, the sheer number of them is staggering. It's an elite Calamity Beast. Let's take it down. My son, no. Scarlet cuts down an elite beast with a single strike, but countless more swarm in around her. Jade is cutting down beasts of her own too. One strike, one ordinary beast down. But against an elite one, the instant her blade connects, it snaps. Just as the beast lunges, an arrow streaks in, punching straight through the elite beast's eye. Startled, Jade looks up to see an off-roader emerging from the snow. As it draws closer, she recognizes the faces. Friends from the camp. Jade! One of them calls out, waving eagerly. Jade can hardly believe it. They've come to save her. The vehicle rolls to a stop right in front of her. What are you all doing here? Hey, oh right, hang on a second. The black-haired woman hops out and the others follow. Reunited, they're all smiles. Here, this is for you. We're heading to the Duskmere orphanage now. Wanna come? Jade. Autumn, you and the others should stay here at the base from now on. You're all Kai has left to hold on to. Don't give him any reason to worry. Thank you, truly. Along the way, beasts try to attack the off-roader, but each one is dealt with. One quick beast leaps onto the vehicle. It doesn't last long against them working together. Those three in the back turned out pretty reliable. Now the outskirts of Duskmere Base lie dead silent, the only movement their lone off-roader. They pull up outside and head for the gate. Huh? Wait, why does the gate look like this? It looks like this place was attacked. Didn't you say you'd already killed the king tier beast? Then what happened here? What's going on? Even Jade can't make sense of it. What comes out through the base gate to greet them is a pack of elite Calamity Beasts. My war rig arrives at the same moment, and suddenly breaks on its own. What's wrong? Captain, detecting an abnormal confluence level gene resonance. I immediately redirect the rig and push forward. Are you sure that signal isn't coming from a beast? No mistake, this frequency, only someone from our side would carry it. Commander Sue drags himself up off the command room floor badly wounded. The floor is littered with the bodies of soldiers and beasts alike. Who could have sabotaged the base's defense systems? Jade and the others are still clearing out the beasts pouring in. Ha! She moves with astonishing grace now, one strike per beast. Her power has grown by leaps and bounds. A beast tries to ambush her mid-leap, but she sidesteps it with ease. A single backhand strike finishes it off. The others, weaker than her, still manage to hold their ground against the beasts. More teammates soon arrive to reinforce them. One teammate winds up a heavy axe swing, another beast falls. Soldiers finally show up, late as ever, while Autumn and the others are still running for their lives. A beast lunges to block their path. The whip girl cracks it away with a single lash. They make it safely into the shelter. Hey, did no one lock the door? Jade and the others break into a run, when suddenly Scarlet comes crashing through a wall. She coughs up blood, badly wounded. Jade freezes, and the white-haired man drops down after her. Ah! Scarlet is seconds from being choked to death by the white-haired man. An arrow streaks in. He catches it in one hand, then flings Scarlet to the ground. I was just about to come find you, Jade. Oh, already reached attunement, I see. I have to admit, you caged birds have real talent. This base, in this state, this is all you're doing, isn't it? In the next instant, he blinks behind the two of them. One kick sends one of them flying. Jade lunges in, but he blocks her blade with a bare fist. She tries to strike his head mid-clash, but an elbow catches her first. They're all wounded now, and he doesn't have a scratch on him. Has this man been hiding his true strength all along? He steps forward to finish them off, then suddenly senses something wrong. Countless laser cannons lock on and open fire without pause. Fast as he is, the next instant he's flung straight into my fist. Well now, annoying, isn't it? The man who seemed unstoppable moments ago goes flying from a single punch of mine. Ever since you people from outside showed up, I haven't had a peaceful day. He climbs to his feet, blood trickling from his lips. Proof that hit actually landed. Who are you? How do you know about the outside world? Then answer me first. How many of you came from out there? Fine then. He blinks in, aiming to kill me. His strikes come too fast for the eye to follow, and I block every single one. I hurl him backward with a single motion. He won't give up, and comes at me again. One palm strike sends him slamming into the wall. Jade and Scarlet stare in disbelief. So powerful, even Ian, a confluence-level fighter, can't land a single blow. Kai! Wait, you know this man? This isn't even a fight. It's a one-sided beatdown. Compared to that blonde bird man I met back at Aurora Base, you don't even come close. He can barely get up now. Wait, has he figured something out? Was it you who did that to Tifa? He explodes with fury and charges again. I grab him by the leg and slam him hard into the ground. My brutality leaves them stunned, speechless. We knew he had to be strong, but never imagined this level of terrifying. The man they couldn't even scratch has become nothing more than a toy in my hands. His last punch is stopped between two of my fingers, and he goes down for good. The black-haired archer finally comes to and scrambles up. Why do you get so worked up whenever that Birdman comes up? Then let me tell you something even more amusing. That man offered himself to me, just to save his own life. And a request like that, I wasn't about to turn down, though in the end, I didn't spare him anyway. He erupts with uncontrollable rage, unleashing a wave of overwhelming pressure. Horns and scales sprout across his body. He no longer looks human. Jade, Scarlet, and the archer all freeze at the sudden transformation. He vanishes again, blinking behind me, and again, I simply step aside. His physical power has grown considerably, though. He finally lands a punch on me, though it only tears my shirt. Energy gathers in my palm. I release a wave of pure energy, and it strikes him dead on. The blast punches straight through his heart. He collapses dead. Everyone watching stands frozen, jaws hanging open. What was that just now? How is that even possible? The mark of a sequence break, matter and energy externalization. Even in the Nexus's most recent records, only the Valkyrie of the capital has ever reached that level. Kai! Jade rushes at me, overcome with emotion. I failed to catch her. She tumbles to the ground. Sorry, Jade, fresh off a fight, that was just reflex. She stares at me, utterly speechless, half pitying. Scarlet, still on edge, goes to check Ian's body on the ground. There's actually a void break-level being in Duskmere City. And judging by how he and Jade... Never mind. Even if I don't report it, there's no way to keep this quiet for long. Inside the building, the soldiers are equally stunned. What did I just witness? I actually crossed that strange guy once. I hope he doesn't hold a grudge. Please, as if you'd even register on his radar. Everyone in the monitoring room has watched the whole thing unfold. I was hoping to keep a low profile, live as an ordinary person. Forget it, no point hiding it anymore, let's lay it all out. I'm the guy who once took a direct hit head-on from that man in black. No one believes him. What's with that look on your faces? Soon, even the last stragglers among the beasts are wiped out. Thank you, all of you. The beasts outside have been contained by the returning cleanup squad. There can't be many left inside the base by now. Haha, after 2 disasters back-to-back, rebuilding is an enormous task. The watchtowers stay in constant operation guarding against another incident. Reinforce that section a bit more. There's some important intel in here. Hand it over to Uncle Sue when you get a chance. And that 90% match rate of yours? Keep it from spreading any further if you can. Otherwise, those people won't let you keep growing in peace. She clearly already knows this herself. Jade, she looks up at me. You're leaving, aren't you? A trace of reluctance in her voice. I still have Apex Base's mission to carry out. There isn't really any Apex Base, is there? But none of that matters really. The you standing before me now is someone I have to look up to. Even if you were willing, I couldn't walk beside you as I am, but I'll work hard to catch up to you. The next time we meet, I won't be dead weight holding you back. I hadn't expected her to feel this way. It warms me. Captain, incoming holo call request from Luna. Oh, I sit up from bed. Jade stirs awake as well. Well, Kai, it's been a while. Luna, do you have to interrupt my sleep this early? Luna, the Valkyrie of the capital. Ha, you're in Duskmere City right now, aren't you? Heard you took care of a few rats recently. If people don't start acting soon, those rats won't stay rats for long. They'll turn into full-blown cockroaches. Honestly, you run into that kind everywhere you go. Kai, how about we trade tasks? Trade? Yeah. You go scout out Albion Isle for me. There's a faction there colluding with outsiders. My face is a bit too recognizable over there. Kids would probably have nightmares just seeing me. No disguise would keep me hidden. In exchange, I'll take care of that old man in Zealandia for you. Soon I drive the war rig out beyond Duskmere City, ready to leave. Are you sure you don't want to say goodbye to them? My father was hoping to see you again. No need. I've never been one for those scenes. Take care of Autumn and the others for me. Count on it. Then I'll be off. With that, I climb back into the war rig and start the engine. Jade stands there in the snow watching me go, not moving an inch. Tears well in her eyes. Even reluctant, she has to let go. Back at camp, everyone hangs a new sign on the gate. Apex Base, Branch Outpost. Hey, how's it look? It falls right off the moment it's hung and shatters on the ground. Everyone bursts out laughing. Back at Duskmere Base, Jay and Wes part ways, reluctant to see each other go. Scarlet can't bear to watch. The Sue's father and daughter share a warm farewell. Out at the border, the Valkyrie holds the line against the beasts. A single downward strike sends a shockwave rippling out, flattening every beast around her. Task complete, effortless as ever, she looks up at the sky and smiles. I drive the war rig on across the ice fields, over mountains, and through rivers. The story at Duskmere Base has come to a close for now. My next destination, Sakura Isle, has plenty waiting for me too. I finally cross back from the sea onto solid land. Apex, load the language module. Ma'am, you don't want the guy on the roof to keep suffering, do you? She sobs, begging for mercy. I'm sorry, if you just let us go, I'll do anything you ask. I kick her aside. Ma'am, do you have any idea what you're asking? You people ambushed me and now you want a reward for it? Life doesn't work that way. I step closer, and she tenses with fear. You're a local here, aren't you? Then this shouldn't be unfamiliar to you. I toss the sun mark down. It clatters onto the ground. The moment she sees it, her face drains of color. No, I don't know anything. Please, don't ask me. Captain, she's lying. Still not being honest, are we? Really? And here I was thinking of letting you off. No, I'll talk. I don't know exactly where this thing comes from, but wherever it turns up in someone's home, at least one person from that family vanishes the very next day, and they say the ones who vanish come back as monsters hunting for their own families. She clings to my leg, begging. Has this happened anywhere else? There's a woman in our village who fled here from the eastern capital. She says it happened there, too. With the information squeezed out of them, they've outlived their use. Fine, you can go. Wait, right here? What, were you expecting a ride home? I kick her straight off the vehicle. The man on the roof gets thrown down too, already frozen solid. I shut the door and drive off. The woman finds herself surrounded by beasts. Then, she flings the man's corpse at them, trying to make her escape. She barely gets a few steps before the beasts drag her back. Beasts give chase after my war rig too, but I outpace them easily. Sitting in the rig this long gets dull though. Time to get out and stretch a little. I break the rig, step out, and take down beasts one punch at a time, treating them like exercise equipment. Overwhelming strength. A silver rig, jet black hair, bright striking eyes. A handsome face. Off in the distance, a girl watches me through a pair of binoculars. There's no mistake. That has to be my lord. She unrolls a scroll. Inside is nothing but a crude, abstract sketch. Hard to believe she could actually recognize me from that. Achoo. Out in the snow, a man sneezes from the cold. Why isn't that guy here yet? The war rig crashes through waves of frozen ice, its metal hull gleaming cold under the light. Its roar tears through the gray sky above, while unseen eyes weave a net from the shadows. Across the ice fields, countless legs skitter forward, shapes lurking in the shattered wall's shadow. Energy surges and rips through the sky, illusions fading back into the vast unknown. Cold light spills through the cracks in the clouds. A fleeting shadow slips past the rig's side. Behind some distant window, a gaze shifts and drifts, caught on a thought too fragile to name. Someone once offered half a flask of warm wine, along a road stretching on, traced with frost. That warmth has long since cooled away. Amid the white, two flashes of cold light collide, a hulking mass of steel blocking the path ahead. In the instant it's passed through, it fades into nothing but an echo left behind. Beneath the ice, dark currents churn and swell. 8 shadows rise, encircling the wall. Breaking through the final wall of ice, an ancient silhouette blots out the light above. Frost and wind ahead, the past trailing behind. None of it more than ordinary noise that isn't mine to carry. A heart still as ice, a body swift as light. Across the white world, a streak of light cuts over the ice like a falling star. The girl races toward me, beaming, calling out, "My lord! Captain, she means no harm. Did Luna send her? She never mentioned anything to me." "My lord! Himeno Frost, eldest daughter of House Frost, greets you, my lord." "What exactly are you talking about? Wait, are we supposed to trade a password? My father never taught me one." "My father? Yes. He told me back then, I've already arranged your future for you. The lord you're to serve from now on is a powerful, handsome man. 10 days from now, he'll arrive driving a silver rig waiting for you at the Seven Rivers way station. Do you have a photo of him?" "Oh, right. My phone's broken. Give me a moment. I'll draw one for you." "There. Done. He looks about like this." "Heh. See, my lord? Spitting image of you, isn't it?" "Captain, she's not lying. I know you don't mean it that way, but that still feels a little insulting." "Ha ha ha. Absurd as it is, I don't turn her away. Either way, she's a fool I can put to good use." Wow, 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 it's so warm in here. You're only at coalescence, and you can handle cold this well? You really don't wear much fabric, do you? We've trained this way since childhood. I'm used to it. I've spent these last few days searching for you, my lord. I've eaten through all my rations." "Oh? Can you cook? There's food in the fridge. Could this be a test from my lord? I mustn't disappoint him. Time to get started." She whips up a full table of food in no time and digs in. She finds it absolutely delicious. I can't bring myself to take a single bite. I think I'll stick to instant meals instead. In a small town, a group of people band together to fight off a Calamity Beast. Thankfully, someone has a gun, and they finally put an end to it. Afterward, everyone gets to work repairing the vehicles the beast damaged. We're completely out of ammo. Next time a beast shows up, we'll be in real trouble. Suddenly, the streetlights along the road cut out. A scream pulls everyone's attention. Beside the generator, a woman sits frozen on the ground, paralyzed with fear. On the ground beside her lies a small, familiar object. The next day, the black-haired, ponytailed girl who calls me Lord rides her snowmobile into another town. Seeing the wreckage everywhere, she realizes a beast attacked here the night before. Spotting someone nearby, she hurries over to ask around. "Excuse me, sorry to bother you." "Ah, wait, hold on a second." The moment they spot what's in her hand, they bolt in fear. Left with no choice, she calls me instead. "Any leads yet?" "My lord, do I really look that frightening? Why does everyone run the moment they see me? Everyone I've met these past few days has done the same thing. You come at them so bluntly, of course they'll get scared. Didn't I already teach you this? You need to win them over with sincerity. Meanwhile, I'm currently pinning a man down, beating him senseless." "I see. As expected of my lord." She hangs up and adopts the exact same approach as me. "Has anyone around here had this show up in their home recently? If I tell you, will you step on me a little longer?" A wave of disgust washes over her. She kicks him hard. "Ah, enough. I'll talk. It just happened in the town next door." She speeds off toward the neighboring town, night already falling. The moment she parks, a group of armed people close in around her. "What do you all want? Shouldn't we be asking you that? You ninja have some nerve strolling right into our territory like this? We're the people of Border Hill, and you're not taking a single one of us. Don't think that just because you're a girl, we'll go easy on you. Enough talk, take her down." They lunge into an attack. Luckily, the girl is far too quick for them. None of them stand a chance. Even attacking together does nothing. She's simply too strong. One punch, one down. One kick, another down. It's a total mismatch. The woman peeking out from inside a nearby house watches, stunned. An older man tries to wind up an axe swing. A single kick stops him cold. 2 more punches send him sprawling into the snow. The girl just blows the dust off her hands. Anyone else? Heh, not sure whose ninja that girl belongs to, but she saved me a good deal of trouble. Didn't expect anyone else to show up. I suppose you could say she's mine, more or less. We appear like that, and a standoff settles over the little room. A woman's scream splits the night. Everyone's attention snaps toward it. "We already took down one of your ninja yesterday, and here you are again today. Did you even bother finding out what this place is? Half of us here graduated from Ghost Orchid Academy." She scoffs and spits to the side, taking down some low-ranked grunt. "What's there to be proud of? A whole gang of you, and you still couldn't handle one girl. Sorry, we misjudged you earlier. We thought you were with those people leaving the tokens around. It's fine by me either way. I got to rough you all up regardless." He gives an awkward laugh. The crowd turns and starts beating on the captured ninja girl. "Get me a quiet room. I'll be taking this one with me." "Wait, why? Do I need to report to you what I do with her?" Without another word, I pull her up. And just like that, he takes her away. He's the one who took down ninja single-handedly, and judging by how deferential that other girl is toward him, he's clearly not someone to mess with. We step into an empty room, and the door shuts behind us. Looking closer, that bastard's actually pretty good looking. Figures he's after that kind of thing. Quite the taste for games. "Himeno, stay right here. Don't let anyone disturb me." "Yes, my lord." I lead the ninja girl upstairs. "Tell me everything. Who's backing your organization and what you know about the people from outside." "I don't know what you're talking about. We're just an ordinary ninja clan." "Captain, she's lying." I raise my hand. An orb of energy forms, and I press it against her head. Her Her agonized screams echo through the town. This is what happens when you're not honest, and I have plenty more ways to make you suffer. Care to feel that again? We're the Umbra clan. With my answer in hand, I let her go. I head back downstairs once the interrogation's done, and Himeno comes over to ask, "How did it go, my lord?" Seems like she's just small fry, but suddenly, the little house explodes, flames roaring skyward. What just happened? Isn't that the same house? Everyone stares at the blaze, at a loss for what to do. The bespectacled guy takes off his glasses, turns around, and finds me standing right in front of the burning house. Sir, why are you here? Yo. I give him a casual wave. Oh, anyway, let's start with this. A single punch, and he goes flying. He climbs to his feet. My strike has already cracked the disguise on his face. He just tears the disguise off himself. How do you know that? I'm not obligated to tell him everything. Sorry, we misunderstood you earlier. We thought you were with those people throwing the tokens. That expression. Did someone swap him out? Die! With his cover blown, he hurls a bomb at me and turns to flee. I appear behind him in an instant and grab him. If you had just cooperated with me, you might have lived. I snap his neck and drop him on the ground. Himeno, let's go. Yes, my lord. The shinobi woman I interrogated walks over too. She smiles faintly, thinking back on what just happened. I really can't say any more. Please, I'm begging you. She's telling the truth. Seeing she's telling the truth and has honestly given up the key information, I untie her. The rope loosens. I pull back her collar. Sure enough, there's a device on the back of her neck. Ah! A sting of pain makes her flinch. I pull the device off and destroy it with my power. She almost throws up from the shock. Meanwhile, outside, the bespectacled man's earpiece suddenly dies. What's going on? The restraint ring's been destroyed. Wait, that's not right. The moment that thing gets forcibly removed, it should detonate. But everything's still quiet. He grits his teeth. Forget it, I'll just use a restraint ring to finish them off. Worst case, we lose one mid-rank shinobi. He presses the detonator. Meanwhile, I take out a bottle of medical alcohol and spray my hands to disinfect them. Is that really necessary? I just like to keep clean. Why hasn't it gone off? Is it on a delay or something? Earlier, when I first met with Himeno, the shinobi woman had come down from upstairs too. A flicker of lightning flashes in my eyes. Want to see some fireworks? I raise my hand and unleash a burst of massive energy. Both of them stare, stunned. The energy keeps gathering in my hand, and it's what triggers that explosion just now. The shinobi woman smiles shyly, surprised that I just saved her life. The two of them follow me out of the town, back to the war rig. I sit on the comfy couch, sipping a warm drink. Ah, it's so comfortable I can't help but yawn. Everyone out there thinks you're already dead. So you can tell me everything now, right? And if you dare lie to me again, Himeno munches happily on some snacks. The shinobi woman suddenly speaks up. Yes, my lord. I spit out my drink. I didn't expect her to start calling me my lord too, just like Himeno. Squad leader young Master Kaito is confirmed dead. As for Kina, everyone says she died in the explosion along with those two outsiders. Kaito, that useless fool, couldn't even handle a simple surveillance job. But useless or not, he was still one of our own clan. Someone has to pay for this. They don't mean us, do they? Run! But no one outruns a thrown blade. Ah! The townspeople are slaughtered without mercy. Run! That night, blood runs through the streets of the town. This organization was once the Blackcut clan, a minor shinobi house from Sakura Isle. But not long after the apocalypse began, they renamed themselves the Umbra clan, and they started forcibly recruiting the remaining shinobi families across Albion Isle. Forcibly? That's right. Any shinobi who submits gets a tiny listening bomb implanted in them, so they can be controlled, and most of the families who resisted were wiped out entirely. I suspect this girl beside me was originally sent by her father to take shelter with someone. How did they even choose their targets? Test subjects. So that's how it is. That's roughly how it works. That token, you all thought it was just a tracker, but its real purpose is to use biological microwave sensing to resonate with a specific physical constitution. It pinpoints exactly which people are viable test subjects. And for subjects whose mutation is too slow, they slaughter the subject's family right in front of them to force them into complete mutation, turning them into a being driven by nothing but the urge to kill, a man-made elite calamity beast. As for who's behind the technology, I don't think I need to say it. Luna takes a sip of hot tea. Just like you've already figured out where they come from. Since the mission's done, I'll head back to Dracoria first. Staying in a foreign land like this still doesn't quite feel right to me. She always hangs up in such a hurry. She picks up her phone about to make a call. Never mind, I'll tell the old man about this first. There's going to be a lot to deal with after this. We'll need to talk it through more. Kina. Yes, thank you for your help these past few days. Until we meet again then. I toss down some food, leave the two of them in the snow, and jump back in the rig to make my escape. The two of them are still confused about what's happening. I don't want to get pulled into anything more. Wait, they finally realize they've just been abandoned. They stand there in the snow, completely dumbfounded. Speechless, they watch me drive away. The war rig quickly leaves them far behind. Captain, it's Luna. Apex connects the call for me. Kai, I wasn't finished talking earlier. Now what? You need to keep that woman Kina safe for me. When the time comes, hand her over to me. Why didn't you say so earlier? I'm already almost past the border of Albion Isle. Well, whose fault is it that you never let me finish talking? Oh, and when you have time, swing by their main base in East Haven. Bring someone back for me. The East Haven main base? Are you sure you mean bring back, not snatch away? Same thing to you, isn't it? Besides, that person is actually one of our own from Dracoria, and you still haven't brought me back the Star Core from Zealandia. Not yet, anyway. If you're willing to do me this favor, I'll help you search for that last Star Core too. I'll mobilize a few bases worth of manpower for you to use. Deal. And so, I turn the rig around and head back for them again. Ugh, it's always so expensive to ask you for a favor. Maybe we should just get married. Even married, the price stays the same. Ha ha ha. The two I abandoned are now riding snowmobiles across the snowfield. Himeno brings Kina back to her own house, but no one answers the door no matter how long she knocks. Is my father not home? Both of them are agile enough to leap to the backyard, and that's when they see it. The whole house is a wreck. It's covered in signs of a struggle and blood. What happened here? We've been staked out here for a few days. We were about to give up and leave, but instead look what walked right in. Two big fish. A man steps out of the house and throws a bomb. Watch out! The bomb goes off quickly, but luckily neither of them is hurt. In the smoke, several pairs of blood-red eyes light up. Elite Calamity Beasts! The two immediately fight, side by side, back to back, cutting the beasts down together. Seeing that the beasts can't finish them off, the man steps in himself. While they're busy fighting the beasts, he closes in fast. At the critical moment, Himeno freezes, unmoving. My lord, in that life-or-death instant, she too unlocks her gene lock, releasing a far greater hidden power. The last person to unlock one was Jade. After unlocking her potential, Jade single-handedly held back countless elite Calamity Beasts with nothing but her sword. She alone stopped an entire wave of them, leaving everyone stunned. And now, it's the same for Himeno. The man's sneak attack turns out to be the last move of his life. These two powerhouses will go on to write even more legends. Meanwhile, I'm still calling Himeno, trying to reach them, only to realize she left her phone behind. Now that's a problem. Ah, forget it. Even if something happens to Kina, that's on Luna, for never finishing her sentences. Let's head to East Haven first. Route planned, I fire up the war rig again and set off for the next destination. Hey, that big Calamity Beast yesterday. One axe swing sent it tumbling head over heels. Then today, two smaller ones showed up. Kicked them both into little balls one at a time. Kicked into balls, kicked into balls. Everyone sings and dances. Ha ha ha, great move, Sangru. Heh, that's just basic stuff where I'm from. I remember Sangru's a Kodovan, right? Yeah. A homeland I can never go back to. The mood suddenly turns quiet, but he breaks it right away. One more round. Yeah, even in the apocalypse, people have to stay hopeful. Only by staying alive is there any hope left. Sangru, trouble. Those base people are back again. Everyone's expression changes. I'll go take a look. This is an order from above. You have to hand over those two children. No, I can't let you take them. Chase. Well, Sangru, was the wine I brought you last time any good? Not bad. But if you're here for those two siblings today, I'm afraid you're wasting your trip. Sangru, buddy. The Supreme Commander says, if you hand those two over, you'll get 10 base admission slots. You know there are only 4 bases on all of Albion Isle. Besides the elites and cannon fodder like us, only people like you, sequence-ranked fighters, get in. Go on back. Ugh, guess there's no talking him out of it. He has someone pull back the windbreak tarp on the truck. Are those supplies meant for us? Trade 2 children for all that? That's quite a deal. There's clothing and there's food. So many people in the village can barely hold on as it is. Think it over. We'll be camping here tonight. He doesn't force the issue. He just lets the supplies do the work, letting the village tear itself apart from within. And that's not even the worst of it. Tell squads 2 and 3 to surround the village. That night, Sangru sneaks in through a window into the siblings' house. Their mother wakes at the noise. Ah, shh. Sangru quickly quiets her. I'm taking them to Moonwatch Town, only under the Saint's protection there. Can they truly survive? Hurry, or it'll be too late once the sun comes up. Right now, my war rig races across the snowfield. As Sangru flees through the forest with the 2 children, he spots my rig. What is that? A war rig? Without hesitation, he leaps down onto the roof of my war rig with both kids. The speeding rig carries them clear of the soldiers chasing them. Alright, if those kids get hurt, that's a real problem. At that, the soldiers lower their weapons. Guess we underestimated Sangru. Could he be an attunement rank? I'm still inside, sleeping, not moving a muscle. Captain, I know. Honestly, I've already sensed everything going on outside. An attunement rank being hunted? I'm curious enough about it that I don't stop them. Knew those guys couldn't be trusted. Can't even catch 2 kids. Perfect timing. I just broke through to Confluence. I'll warm up on this little junk heap of a rig. There's always someone who doesn't know their limits and thinks they're tough. Uh-oh. He slams a hammer strike into the shield. What? Ah. The shield reflects his attack and he's sent flying, badly injured. That guy just went flying. What's up with this rig? How is it this powerful? Meanwhile, I'm still on the bed yawning. Did we just hit a speed bump? It's someone from outside. Huh? You mean that outside? Yeah, that's right. Once I confirm it, I step out of the rig and plant my foot on him right on the ground. Ha, buddy, you've got it wrong. You just tripped the rig's passive defenses. And now you're spinning some story about it. But even if it really was a misunderstanding, the simple fact that you're from outside already gives me every reason not to let you go. You know about outside. He still tries to grab his hammer and fight back. Ah, I send him straight to his death with a single kick. What a fool who doesn't know his place. Sangru and the two children stare, stunned. So strong. Hey. Why are those people from outside after you? Outside? You don't know? Never mind then. It's these two children they want. Seems like the main base wants to use them for some kind of important so right now I have to get them to Moonwatch Town, the place that's supposed to be completely neutral. It's ruled by the Sakura Saint. Where all fighting is strictly forbidden. Even Calamity Beasts can't get in. Every resident there is protected. At least they don't have to live in fear of dying without warning. Meanwhile, Sangru is dealing with Calamity Beasts of his own. Luckily he's plenty strong. There aren't many beasts around, and he takes down 2 of them with ease. Alright, let's keep moving. If that powerful guy from earlier could give us a ride, that'd be great. Haha, alright. If it weren't for that guy, you two would probably have been caught already. Oh. They keep pressing forward through the snow, heading for Moonwatch Town. Driving, I'm far faster than they are on foot. That must be the Moonwatch Town they were talking about. The town has no protective barrier of any kind. It's held together by the strength of just one person. This so-called saint is very likely a void break-ranked being. A few more people appear on the road ahead. Stop the rig. Seeing that I'm not slowing down at all, the man readies his blade. Captain, should I handle those speed bumps for you? No need. Good chance to stretch my legs, actually. I stop the rig right in front of them, step out, and take a long stretch first. Is this rig headed to Moonwatch Town? No, just passing through. Have you seen anyone along the way? A Kodovan man traveling with 2 children? I give a small smile and answer flatly. Yeah, Ah. The instant I move, I choke the life right out of the woman asking me, what are you doing? She goes completely still. I drop her body on the ground. Kill him! The rest immediately surround me. The man charges at me too, blade drawn. Ah, my aura alone blasts every one of them back. Ugh, it's peaceful enough here, sure. The Sakura Saint lies sprawled on the ground, grumbling. But taking on this saint role in the first place was a real mistake. Having to talk to everyone all soft and gentle. That just isn't me. Maybe I should find a new place and play some other character instead. Wait, she suddenly notices something. No way. A sequence break rank? The man breaks out in a cold sweat. No choice left. Secret technique. He fakes a blade draw. Live to fight another day. In truth, he throws a smoke bomb to cover his escape. Honestly, these Sakura Isle people always love pulling cheap little tricks. He originally came here to cut off Sangru's escape route. Never expected the Moonwatch Ward would end up becoming his own escape route instead. He flees toward Moonwatch Town, desperate to survive. Hey, I flash into existence right behind him, greeting him casually. No fighting is allowed within the Moonwatch Ward. A voice stops me. Captain, that's someone from outside. I immediately switch targets, appearing right in front of the Sakura Saint before she can react. Ah! I land a punch square on her face, sending her flying. Saint, save me! The man still tries to call for help. He rushes over, only to find the Saint already badly beaten by me. Ah! He stands there, jaw dropped. He lets out a gasp of shock, then freezes completely, too terrified to move. Stay away from me. I just take a step toward him, and he's already scared out of his mind. Saint, stop him, quick! Can't you see the state I'm already in? I'm a saint, not some saintly martyr. You expect me to throw my life away fighting him for you? How can you call yourself a saint if you just watch me die? This useless saint act. Fine, I quit being a saint. The two of them actually start arguing. Time's about up. I release another burst of energy, sending it straight at the saint. Even blocking it, the saint still gets blasted off her feet, smashing straight through the ceiling. She sails high and far before finally landing somewhere in the distance. The man gets taken care of in the same breath. The moment the saint climbs back to her feet, I'm already right in front of her again. Hey now, we don't have any beef, do we? No, we don't. Clearing out you outsiders is just part of the contract terms. Outsiders? A contract? Wait. Seeing me gathering energy to attack again. Wait. I'm from the origin array. Someone from the origin array? Impossible. I'm telling the truth. I'll admit I snuck in here myself. But something's happening out there right now. The passage is currently under the control of someone with proper clearance. He's not lying. Turns out what she's saying is actually true. I pull her along and quickly leave, heading to an empty field far from town. I set her down on the ground. Explain. Clearly. Even in pain, she's relieved to be alive. Her gamble paid off. Before that, can you tell me who among the 3? Kira Moonwreath of the Elfkin, Sage Lord Chin of the Boarkin, and Princess Apex of the Mechanical Kin. Which one you're a vessel of? I don't answer. Apex simply materializes behind me on its own. It's Lady Apex! She immediately drops to her knees, bowing with the utmost reverence. Bontia of the Origin Array humbly greets her liege. Here we go again. You people from Albion Isle really do love swearing fealty. Oh wait, no. You're not even from around here either. Achoo! Himeno lets out a sneeze. Meanwhile, Luna arrives before a grand gold-trimmed castle. With a single strike, she shatters the castle wall. Who is that? What is she doing? Seize her! She swings her weapon. A whole ring of guards goes down, badly wounded in a single blow. These weak soldiers can't even slow her down. Old man Elder Zeal, get out here, now! The war goddess of Dracoria? We've always kept our distance and stayed out of each other's business. What is the meaning of this? Zealandia, you snatched something that belongs to my man. He's reached out to you more than once, and you left him on read every time. Don't blame me for coming to take it back by force today. Such arrogance. He swings his hammer at her, only to be easily knocked back. Their weapons clash, forcing Elder Zeal into a steady retreat. Ah, he's beaten, sent flying into the wall. He collapses in front of the shattered castle. Just when it seems over, it was all a bluff. He swings his hammer at her again. This time his weapon is knocked straight out of his hands. He's utterly, completely defeated. Meanwhile, the Saint is giving me a massage when Luna calls. Hey Kai. The old man's already handed over the star core. It doesn't look damaged at all. A guy that weak, even for a sequence break rank, was never going to be able to damage a star core anyway. So what should we do with him? Doesn't matter to me, do whatever you want. With this taken care of, there's only one star core left to find. Business settled, I hang up. The Saint looks a little surprised by the connections I have. Luna, furious that I hung up on her again, stomps down hard on Elder Zeal. The pressure brings tears to Elder Zeal's eyes. Here we go again. He never lets me finish a sentence, ever. Sob, sob, sob. Elder Zeal is crying hard. Zealandia, you owe me a big favor now. What? You took something that belongs to Kai. If it had been him standing here today, instead of me, this castle wouldn't have a single soul left alive in it. Losing to you, I accept. But who does that Kai brat think he is? Remember those 3 Void Break fighters from the West Coast Alliance, who all vanished mysteriously on the same day? Who do you think did that? Given how hard you fought against those outsiders, I'll let this matter go for now. Luna has barely left when she gets another call. Dad, if anything comes up, try to have someone else handle it for a while. I'm heading to Albion Isle. Meanwhile, after a long trek, Sangru's group finally reaches Moonwatch Town. They're exhausted, gasping for breath, but happy. Finally, we made it. Wait, isn't that... They spot the familiar war rig. The Saint and I step out of it. Hey there, Sangru runs over excited. What are you doing here too? You were heading here this whole time, and you still wouldn't give us a ride. All right, buddy. I'll go into town and find the Saint first, see if I can get some kind of work and a place to stay. These 2 kids can barely stand the cold anymore. He still has no idea who the Saint actually is. Looking for me? Huh? Why don't you all stay in this house right here? Thank you so much, Saint. I'm not the Saint anymore. Tonight I'll be leaving with my liege, with this guy here. This town's off the beaten path. Calamity Beasts rarely show up around here. You should be fine defending yourself here. But if the Saint leaves, who's going to protect the townspeople? Meanwhile, at Duskmere Base, I honestly startled myself that day. I didn't expect to break through to Confluence so quickly. I mean, this isn't some game, after all, where you level up slowly, step by step. Once you find the right feel for it, anyone can quickly push forward, all the way to close to their own limit. Theoretically, if your compatibility is high enough, you could go from Coalescence all the way to Void Break in a single night. It's not impossible. Kai, my liege, I'm all packed. Let's go. Hearing that voice on the other end of the line, Jade freezes. A woman's voice? Jade forces herself to keep her tone even and asks, sounds like you're having quite the time over there in Albion Isle, Kai. I can tell she's jealous. Oh, she's just... Then again, thinking it over, there's no need to explain too much. Can the star anchor signal really be that unreliable? Hey there, buddy. I hang up and turn around. Care for a drink? It's Sangru offering the invitation. Meanwhile, over with Himeno and Kina. Tell me, where did you take my father? A blade presses against a throat. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. Kina crouches down, checking the back of the woman's neck. No restraint ring. I've met every mid-rank shinobi from their main clan. This woman isn't with the Umbra clan. Hearing that, Himeno lowers her blade. Are you rogue shinobi then? She asks the woman. No. We're all survivors, persecuted by the Umbra clan, hoping that one day we can take our revenge. We've gathered here together. We call ourselves the Umbral Embers. Late at night, at the border of Sakura Isle, the army stands fully armed. A massive wave of Calamity Beasts surges in. Cannons along the wall pour on heavy fire, but it still isn't enough to stop the beasts from scaling the wall. Soon, the base gates open, and a mech bursts out into the fray. One of its arms is an energy cannon, the other a blade. It spares nothing, near or far. Under cover of the cannon fire, it plunges into the swarm, cutting down beast after beast. It charges up and fires a beam of energy, tearing straight through countless beasts. Then it uses its blade, slicing through any beast that gets close enough to try a sneak attack. So, Blackcut, what do you think? This unit, the Blue Strike, it's only a clone of that mechanical Kin Guardian. If we could actually control the original, the Umbral Spirit itself, taking on several Void Break fighters at once wouldn't even be a challenge. Now you're seriously underestimating what Void Break means. Well, the Umbral Spirit still has some fragment of consciousness left in it, which is exactly why we've never dared to deploy it. Only someone with naturally matching neural resonance, a true resonance vessel, can forcibly interface with it and bind it with blood, completely wiping out its remaining consciousness. So that's why I need you and the Blue Strike to head to Moonwatch Town together and bring those 2 children back. Right now my war rig rolls across the ice fields with the Saint and me inside eating and drinking. This wine, Sangru gave it to us. I brewed this myself back home. The taste is much weaker now than it used to be, but every sip still feels like touching a homeland thousands of miles away. I really hope this endless winter comes to an end someday. That's how it would be. The Saint lets out a sound of pure delight. I've never eaten anything this delicious before. This is just some pre-packaged food. Nothing special. Dracoria's cuisine is in a league of its own, anywhere in the world. Dracoria. Is that your homeland, my liege? We suddenly hear a strange noise outside. A blue mech is flying overhead, tailing us the whole way. Someone's standing on it too, a shinobi with long golden hair wearing a mask. His gaze is sharp and cold as he pilots the mech higher into the sky. He doesn't attack us, he just flies off. Meanwhile, outside Moonwatch Town, several military trucks pull up and soldiers pour out of them. A familiar face steps down from one of the trucks. I already gave you your last chance, Sangru. What was that just now? Why does it feel a little like Apex materializes? That one's carrying a faint trace of mechanical kin core resonance, but something about it feels off. He seems to be heading toward Moonwatch Town. Not my problem. Forget him. Let's go get that person from their main base first. Destination confirmed, I set off at full speed. As for the mech, once it climbs into the sky, it does indeed head straight for Moonwatch Town. It flies over the Saint's house, aims its cannon straight down, and charges up a laser blast. A massive explosion tears the house apart. What's happening? Oh no, the Saint's house. It's been blown up. Sangru spots the military trucks outside. Hide, quick, get down. Hurry. Once the siblings are safely hidden, Sangru slips away too. At the blast site, the blonde man climbs down to take a look. A sequence break fighter wouldn't just die like that. He's left wondering, was the Saint not even here? This is the place. I saw the Saint with my own eyes yesterday, putting them into this very house. Much appreciated. Just as expected, a little food is all it takes for an ordinary person to sell someone else out. Well, Chase, you're a step too late. Those two kids already left with the Saint. Is that so? Then you won't mind if I step inside and take a look around. Without waiting for an answer, he leads his soldiers straight into the house. The soldiers tear the place apart, searching every drawer, even checking under the bed. Soon, they pull up the carpet to look underneath. Hey! I already told you, they left! Just as Sangru tries to stop them, the blonde man appears right behind him. A kick sends him flying, and he crashes down into the snow. A group of soldiers immediately surrounds him. Chase pries up the floorboards. Sure enough, the two children are right here. The blonde man walks over to Sangru, ready to finish him off. Suddenly, he senses danger, then a massive explosion follows. What is going on? One flash of Dracoria's fury, and the sky itself turns dark. The blonde man's eyes go wide. He never expected her to be here. The last petals fall, never to bloom again. It's Luna, that terrifyingly powerful woman. Luna flashes a confident smile. It's been a while, you little ants of Albion Isle. Her presence explodes outward, blasting everyone off their feet. At that moment, the blue mech's eyes light up. The war goddess of Dracoria. Why are you here? I was only passing through originally. Didn't expect to run into one of my targets so soon, though. The leader of the Umbra clan, Shade Blackcut. How did you know? Guess. Chase quietly scoops up the two children, trying to make a run for it. Chase, stop right there. Damn it, split up. They load the boy and his sister into two separate vehicles, fleeing in opposite directions, so neither one can be caught along with the other. Sangru comes running, not even sure which one to chase first. Meanwhile, Luna's battle rages on. Two powerhouses trading blows, every strike lethal. Every hidden blade Shade throws gets blocked instantly, and he closes the distance for melee combat right away. Every strike comes fast and dangerous, without a single pause, smooth as silk. But his opponent is Luna, a woman of overwhelming power. Every one of his killing moves is casually deflected, and with one light flick, he's sent tumbling into the snow. You haven't even mastered your own energy properly. That sequence break rank of yours, forced along, I'd guess, not earned. Stung by the taunt, he suddenly unleashes a technique to bind Luna in place. Blue strike, now! The blue mech surges forward, cannon leveled at Luna, but she's already broken free of the binding. Her spear tip slices straight through the laser beam, charging right at the mech. Faster than the eye can follow, one strike severs the mech's arm. Shade tries to strike while she's distracted, but it doesn't work. Facing the two-pronged attack, Luna soars into the sky, transforming into a black dragon. One strike, and she brings both Shade and the mech crashing down, utterly defeated. She lands gracefully, without a single scratch. The onlookers can only stare, stunned. The war goddess of Dracoria. She really is that terrifying. One soldier quietly makes a call, reporting what's happening here. The vehicle carrying the little sister suddenly comes to a stop. Damn it! Of all times, we're out of gas. The driver's barely stepped out to refuel when Sangru grabs him. Sangru flashes in and sends him flying with a single punch. The little sister stares at Sangru, wide-eyed with surprise. Sangru? Guess I got a little carried away, hit a bit too hard there. Luna, meanwhile, isn't in the best shape. She almost couldn't hold it back. Every power comes with a price. Guess I finally know how you felt back then. Kai. At Sakura Isle Military Command, what? The blue strike destroyed. Blackcut killed in action? That was our main base's top asset. One of the strongest forces on all of Albion Isle. It was the war goddess of Dracoria. The war goddess of Dracoria? Why would she come to Albion Isle? Could it be they already know something? What do we do now? Even the clan head has already— you two step outside for now. The two of them immediately obey and leave. I'll head back to the comms room first. The man hurries off, ducking into a corner to make a call. A woman suddenly appears behind him. What are you doing? Startled, he drops his phone, sending it flying. The woman picks it up and checks it. What? Everyone, the chance is here. The Umbra clan's leader, Shade Blackcut. And that big blue thing. were both taken down by the war goddess of Dracoria. What? That's great news, but why would she come to Albion Isle? The war goddess really is every bit as terrifying as the rumors say. So the time for revenge has come. But can we actually handle those test subjects? We're talking about storming their stronghold directly. Those things don't tell friend from foe. Would they really dare let those things loose? Either way, our priority is to kill every remaining member of the former Blackcut main family and rescue the surviving members of every other clan. We move tomorrow night. Hiding in a surveillance blind spot, huh? Sneaking around to chat with your girlfriend. Put that satellite phone back where it belongs now. Don't let it happen again. The man hasn't even processed what she just said. In truth, he's just a pawn being used. Luna walks over to a snow-terrain vehicle and climbs in. Luna, are you hurt? No. Putting together what Kai and Lana have found. The East Haven main base, the Outside faction, and the Umbra clan. These three forces are all tangled together now. Let's go. Straight to their main base. Right. She starts the vehicle and heads for the East Haven main base. Meanwhile, Sangru takes the little sister home first. The moment the door opens, their mother sees her daughter and bursts into tears of relief. Shh. Sangru signals them to stay quiet, then turns and leaves again. He still has to bring the boy back too. The main base, huh? As if guided by fate, they're all converging on the very same place. My war rig is parked on a snowy mountainside. This trip's had a nice surprise or two. It's not like we're short on star points these days, but this Starvane ice mine, well, more is always better. My liege, you really do owe me compensation for this. The radiation from that ore is negligible, sure, but the fracture particles inside it do real damage to the mass energy of us at the void break level. Speaking of which, your energy type does seem to lean more towards support functions. Out there, no telling how many people would kill, just to get in good with a so-called support intelligence like me. You're the only leech who'd ever use my energy just to give massages. Alright, absorption complete. Let's keep moving. I start up the war rig too, heading for the next destination. Looks like something big is about to happen this time. Deep beneath the main base, another mech waits. Boss, this kid's yours now. The man glances back and nods in agreement. Once he's delivered him, Chase turns and walks away. Kid, do you want to become a hero? Staring at the mech before him, the boy's eyes light up. He can barely contain his excitement. Seeing how easily the boy takes the bait, the man smiles. Achoo. Damn it. I've told them again and again, I'm done being a shinobi, and they still won't leave me alone. Even now, at a time like this. You can still manage to laugh, Soren? Good thing Himeno wasn't with you at the time. Looks like she's probably lost, most likely. Suddenly, a red alert blares overhead. The entire base goes on full alert. 40 kilometers out, in the waters ahead, a massive swarm of Calamity Beasts has been detected. It's closing in on the base at high speed. All combat personnel, report immediately to the base's east gate. Deep within the scrambling base, a hidden current is stirring. A convoy of military trucks rolls back into the base. Well, you all really have terrible timing. Barely back from a run, and already running into those things. You've earned a rest. Get some good sleep. He knocks out 2 guards in an instant, and countless figures pour out of the trucks behind him. Armed and masked, they storm straight through the base gates. Why hasn't anything happened yet? The soldiers on the wall are already growing impatient. What's going on? Ground breach, ground breach. No one even sees what's happening. People are dropping one after another all around. Himeno races toward the scene with everything she has, sprinting through the blaring alarms and past the piles of fallen. The entire main base is thrown into total chaos. A man pulls out a rocket launcher. Die, you Umbra Clan scum! One shot blasts countless ninjas apart, triggering a massive explosion. My war rig pulls up on a nearby snowy mountainside. Just like Luna said, another force has broken in. I'd planned to be polite with them first, force second. This just saves me the trouble. Polite first, force second. My liege, are you really that kind of person? I take a sip of tea and smile. Am I not kind enough? Let's go, Bangira. It's Bantia. We step out of the war rig. Below us, the base is already ablaze with fire and smoke. We stand high on the snowy mountain, watching the battle below. 2 forces are locked in a standoff. Just as one man goes to throw a grenade, a ninja cuts him down. The grenade drops and detonates, killing many of his own comrades. Ninjas from both sides clash, the fighting fierce. The invaders are clearly here for those ninjas. Those guys never let us near the containment zone. And now that something's gone wrong, we're the ones dragged into it. I really don't get why the chief works with them. Suddenly a dark shadow flashes past. Someone just went that way. It's Himeno. She moves so fast the enemy can't even see her before they're taken down. She cuts a path of blood all the way to the prison gate, and with a single strike, takes out every ninja guarding it. This new one. She's that strong? Alright, move, go save them. They quickly force open the prison door and rush in to free their comrades. Father! Himeno cries out, overwhelmed. Himeno. Her father never expected it to be her. Himeno lets out a heavy sigh of relief. Thank goodness you're safe. Then she smiles. The others rise to their feet, thanking her too. Emergency power connected. Soon every screen in the surveillance room flickers back to life. So it really is these remnants. Looks like they've had a mole planted inside the base for a while. Send more men to the containment zone. Why not just let those kids handle them? Suddenly a woman steps out. How about it? Inside the underground lab, a cluster of Calamity Beasts suspended in nutrient tanks all jolt awake at once. Monsters! Ah! Everyone is gripped with terror. The soldiers scatter in panic, but there's no escape. They become nothing but food for the beasts. They open fire, only enraging the creatures further. The beasts' fury makes their attacks even more horrifying. One lunge takes down several men at once. Humans stand no chance. Screams echo without end. What are you doing? Make those beasts stop now. Heh. Still don't get it? The deal's over. Whether it's the Umbra clan or you people. Her eyes flash and she seizes control of the commander's mind. He guns down the others around him, then still under her control turns the gun on himself. Back at the prison, the moment they escape, they run straight into a beast attack. It's an experimental subject. How could they? Luckily Jimeno's strength holds the mindless beasts at bay. The others rally behind her and charge in to fight back. As Jimeno fights, she notices someone helping her from atop the high wall. The figure holds a massive glowing bow, taking aim at the ground below under the moonlight. A single arrow tears through the ground with the force of a full bombardment. Meanwhile, Luna is facing a beast assault of her own. Luna, take a break. Leave these little guys to me. The pink-haired girl moves with agile grace, dodging beasts while firing, and clears them out in no time. A sound draws Luna's attention. A military truck rumbling past. Meanwhile, I'm walking through the base sipping a cola. Luna's already here on Albion Isle herself, and she still wants me to pick up her cousin for her. I really don't get it. Captain, there are 7 outsiders in this base. I know. Isn't Bontia already handling that? Nightingale Blackcut, I suddenly hear someone shout. The way you looked after me back then? I remember every bit of it. You're nothing but a dog of the Umbra clan. If you kill me, Kina is just about to strike when she turns and sees me. Kina, go ahead. Don't worry about me. My lord! Kina's voice trembles with emotion. She's finally found me. It's over. Nightingale slams the detonator, but nothing happens. She keeps pressing, refusing to believe it, but still, nothing. Your restraint collar, remember? The entire base has descended into chaos. The mastermind behind it all strolls outside. A beast lunges to attack her, only to find itself under her control too. Bontia walks through, calm as if nothing's wrong. The two women cross paths and instantly recognize each other. The tuner, Bontia. Bontia unleashes her power at once, sending her flying. She crashes into a snowbank. Is this really how you greet people? Throwing punches on sight? I've read your eyes. You're an enemy. Then why waste breath talking? Bontia fires beam after beam of laser energy. The woman seizes control of every person and beast nearby, hurling them all at Bontia at once. Bontia raises a barrier, blocking every bullet and blow. The barrier bursts outward, blasting everyone off their feet, and the beasts vanish along with them. On my end, Kina finishes off the Black Hut agent and lets out a sigh. I toss her a bottle of water and ask, Kina, you should know this place pretty well, right? Then do me a favor and find this person for me. Bring her outside somewhere safe and wait for me there. No problem. She hesitates, a little embarrassed. My lord, you're not going to run off and leave us behind again, are you? No. She throws her arms around me, delighted, then hurries off to find the person I mentioned. Handing both of them off to Luna works out perfectly. That settles my promise to her. Now then, Apex, lock onto those outsiders. In an instant, Apex marks every one of them on the map, the locations burning straight into my mind. I set off at once to pay them a visit and put an end to them. In a single instant, I'm behind the first one. The next second, I'm standing in front of another. 2. My speed is far too fast for the eye to track. 3. I glance back. Jimeno is locked in a tense fight with a fourth. Somehow this archer holds her ground even with an assassin like Jimeno closing in. In a corner, no one's watching. A vehicle pulls into the base. The boss is still watching the mech. Not bad luck. Got it on the first try. Good work, Blackcut. The base is already in chaos. Sangru rushes over, determined to save Leon. The moment he steps out of the car and sees the state of the base, he freezes. What happened here? Jimeno is still chasing the archer. The archer stays perfectly calm, firing arrows ahead to sow panic. That archer, that bastard, can't beat Jimeno, so now she's coming after us. That's my daughter for you. To think she's already reached this level. Jimeno's chase drags on with no result, so I step in. I simply throw the archer off balance. Jimeno seizes the opening instantly and cuts her down. The body drops into the snow. Jimeno lands beside her, confirms she's truly dead, then sheathes her blade. Jimeno's mind flashes back to that instant. That just now was that. On Bontia's side, the fight is just as tense. I'm done playing with you. The woman sets every beast under her control against Bontia, then flees. Bontia raises her staff, channels her power, and unleashes a beam that wipes out every beast at once. She's left gasping for breath. The fleeing woman, badly wounded herself, arrives before the mech. I thought Blackcut was gone. This place should already be in the bag, and now Bontia shows up too. Senna, that racket outside. That was you, wasn't it? Cut the talk. Hand over control of the Umbral Zero. I might just let you live. Don't try anything clever. Without void break tier mass energy feeding into it, even with its consciousness overwritten, you'll never activate it. Well, thanks for the tip. Shade Blackcut appears behind Senna without warning and slits her throat with a single stroke. Weren't you already? Wasn't putting on a show for your people going to work? Otherwise, why would you ever let the fox's tail slip out? So Shade's death was nothing but a ruse. We need to move fast. The war goddess of Dracoria is very likely to come after us. We already fooled her once before with a body double. We might not be so lucky a second time. Didn't think you had it in you to be afraid. Then hurry up and use your mass energy to activate it. Inside the mech's core, Leon, the boy from the siblings, lies within, serving as its core power source. On Kina's end, she finds the person I sent her after and waits with her by the roadside for a ride. Lana? Luna never expected to find her here. Cousin? Lana rushes in, throwing her arms around her. Kina has no idea what they're talking about. The war goddess of Dracoria. Kina realizes who's standing before her and freezes in shock. Once Luna has both of them, they climb into the vehicle and leave. Lukai? So my lord is from Dracoria after all. Kina, you and Lana head back to Dracoria first. When the time comes, I'll need you to testify against them. As for whether you stay with me or with Lukai afterward, that's up to you. It's the apocalypse. Is that really necessary? Heh, well, the old man's always been particular about these things. Thinking back to her conversation with Luna just now, doesn't matter anymore. I've just taken down the last of the outsiders. My lord, Himeno's voice calls out. She rushes over, overjoyed, and wraps her arms around me. Himeno, that strike just now, I knew it was you. Hearing Himeno call me my lord, her family looks on, curious. Before Himeno can say another word to me, she's cut off. Himeno, yes? Why are you calling this guy my lord? Huh? Didn't you tell me to come find my lord, father? Seems like someone tricked you. This is the one I actually arranged as your lord. Himeno shoots him a look of pure disdain. Hey, what's with that look of disgust on your face? Anyway, I already gave my word to him beforehand. As they say, a loyal warrior serves only one lord. Now hurry up and come pay your respects. My lord's already reached the sequence break tier, you know. Himeno's father is stunned speechless. Go on, introduce yourself to this gentleman here. Himeno, from now on, serve your lord well. Don't bring shame to the Frost family, understand? Heh, talk about a quick change of heart. By now, though, the base has already fallen. Hey, you Frost family lot, get out of here now. You killed so many of us Blackcuts, and you think you can just walk away? Shade Blackcut appears before everyone. Shade Blackcut? Wasn't he supposed to be dead? Everyone scrambles to flee. Shade moves too fast to track. Every one of them has their throat slit before they even register it. In the blink of an eye, Shade cuts down a whole group, throat slashed clean. His sheer presence sends a truck flying. Any resistance is utterly futile. With just a release of his shadows, several more fall dead. No one here is a match for him. Run, now! Shade tries to press forward, but a single charged punch from me sends him flying hard. He crashes hard into the snow. Everyone stares, stunned. At that moment, a flash of red streaks across the sky. Luna has arrived. She charges straight into the base, into the chamber where the Calamity Beast experiments are kept. She raises her weapon, energy surging at its tip. One shot obliterates the vile incubation tanks. She spins away amid the explosion. Finally dealt with that whole batch of Calamity Beasts. And now what? Forget it. This base barely has any troops left. Let's just look out for ourselves. If those invaders leave on their own, all the better. Shade lunges for an assassination strike, but I catch the blade tip and shatter it with a burst of force. One kick sends him flying, another slams him straight into the ground. I toss him around like a rag doll while everyone else watches, dumbfounded. Shade pulls the same trick again. His shadow peels away from his body and slips off to reappear somewhere safe. Damn it, why do I keep running into monsters these past few days? Just who is this absurd person? He suddenly comes face to face with Bantia. Excuse me, do you need any help? Shh, get out of my way. His attack is blocked cold. Are you out of your mind? Furious, Bantia sends him flying with a single slap. Why is it always some mess like this? He looks up, only to find Luna staring down at him. Everything in him breaks at once. His eyes close and he passes out. I check the body. It's just a body double. The war goddess of Dracoria. Good grief, why is she here on Albion Isle? Luna walks over, dragging Shade by the collar, Bantia trailing behind her. Looking for him? Luna throws her arms around me. Everyone else has no idea what's going on. What is even happening? Whoa! Meanwhile, Sangru is still searching the base for any trace of Leon. He spots Chase holding off a group of Thralls and decides to question him. He kicks the soldier beside Chase clean off his feet, then charges in and slams Chase to the ground. Where's the boy? Sangru? Chase is caught off guard. Even if I told you, it's already too late. Cut the crap! When Chase refuses to talk, Sangru pulls a gun from behind his back and presses it straight to his head. Back with the boss, the mech's fusion rate has already hit 95%. He frowns, puzzled. What's taking Blackcut so long to get back? Sangru bursts in without warning, one punch smashing the control console to pieces. The boss erupts with fury. You bastard! Do you have any idea what you've just done? Damn it all! For all his bluster, he can't do a thing but take Sangru's blows, powerless to fight back. Then, without warning, the mech shatters the glass and activates on its own. The consciousness fusion failed, damn it. Just 5% short. Guess I'll just have to try it anyway. He rips off his glasses. One eye flares with a brilliant violet glow. Umbral 0. Kill this intruder. The mech tears free of its restraints and leaps out of the building. Sangru staggers backwards, stunned. Sangru! The mech calls out his name, then swings its cannon to aim at the boss. No! Huh, so my lord is from Dracoria? Just then another explosion rips through the base, and the Umbral Zero comes flying out. What is that? Isn't that the one from before? No, wait, the color's different. These people really do love their toys. Leon, I'm getting you out of there right now. Save me? Why? Leon sounds genuinely confused. I'm a hero now, Sangru. Shouldn't you be happy for me? What are you even talking about? Apex suddenly speaks up. Captain, that's one of my own kind. Though by now, it's little more than an empty shell. The Zero raises its cannon, charging to fire. Could it be? I raise my hand and meet the blast head-on, canceling out its energy cannon completely. Ah. So that's how he says hello. Now then, as Princess of the Mechanoid, how would you deal with him? A Mechanoid warrior. Fears no death. Please, Captain, grant him release. My lord, who are you talking to? Right. Below the sequence break tier, no one can even sense Lady Apex. The Zero turns its attack on the others. Himeno, get out of here. Without warning, it spins and blasts the base apart. Leon, stop this, now, Sangru shouts. Look at me, Sangru. This is my power now. He lets out a twisted, wicked laugh. Honestly, that laugh sounds exactly like some brat begging to get smacked. I vanish in an instant and reappear right before the mech, driving a kick straight into its core. The kick sends the mech hurtling far into the distance. It tumbles endlessly until it slams into the mountainside and finally stops. Arr! Go now! Himeno, go with them. They say their goodbyes to Himeno and head off ahead. Bantia walks over and asks, Are you sure we don't need to help? For you and Blackcut, sure. That hunk of scrap might be a real threat. But in front of Kai, she's nothing more than a small fry. On the deserted, snow-covered mountain, I face off against the mech. Its towering frame makes every move clumsy. It can't land a single hit on me. Instead, I lure it in, and it keeps striking itself instead. One blow to its core is all it takes. Smoke pours from its frame as it grinds to a halt. Why? I'm a hero. I only ever wanted to protect everyone. So why does everyone keep trying to stop me? He fires off one last desperate blast. I block it with ease. Drunk on power that was never yours to begin with. A reckless little hero running wild. You never even got to be the hero, and you've already turned into the dragon. Well, that saves you a few decades of learning it the hard way. I'm about to finish him off, when Sangru comes running up. Leon, sorry friend. Can I have this one? It's you, step aside. Come on, think of it as a free show on the house. Seeing as he's a decent guy, I give him a chance. 1 minute. Hey, you give me half a bottle of liquor, and I'll give you 60 seconds. Once the time's up, if he's still not dead, I'm stepping back in. Ha, guess I'd better try to die faster then. Sangru, stay back! The mech locks onto Sangru, automatically charging an attack. No! Leon fights against himself, struggling to seize back control and cancel the strike. Sangru charges forward, 2 punches tearing through the mech's outer shell and punching a hole clean through it. I sit off to the side, sipping my drink, watching it all unfold. That spot! That's exactly where I hit it earlier. Sangru leaps again, forcing his way through the hole and into the mech's interior. He seizes hold of Leon and drags him out of the mech with all his strength. Sangru takes a brutal jolt of electricity from the mech in the process. Lady Apex, the mech speaks up on its own. Captain, please, help me suppress its mass energy for a moment. Don't let it break past the critical threshold. Ha! I suppose this way it'll be your own hand. That puts one of your own kind to rest. The next instant, the war rig breaks apart, its plating peeling into fragments that swirl around me. The fragments reassemble, locking together across my body to form a suit of battle armor. Mechanoid warrior, there's no need to hold back. Apex speaks through my body. Give me your strongest strike. Let me carve into memory the last light of one of my kind. The mech receives the command and replies, Understood, Lady Apex. It begins charging, gathering everything it has for a final, decisive blow. Apex draws out a surge of raw energy through my body, bracing to meet it. In the next instant, I meet the fully charged blast head-on, every ounce of energy dissolved, and press forward, shattering the mech outright. Amid the violent explosion, I land back where I started. The mech has been utterly destroyed. Flames roar up from the wreckage. I walk over to Sangru. Leon lies beside him. It was his own choice, but I still come to see him off. There's no saving you now. Is that so? Sangru takes it surprisingly well. His mind drifts back. Dad, I'm so hungry. Mom went out and never came home. My little brother's been asleep forever and won't wake up. When are you coming back? Be good, little Liana. Dad will be home soon. Just stay put, okay? Then a horrifying scream tears through the phone line. It is the most painful memory he has ever carried, one he can never forget. Hey friend, how was the drink? I answer flatly, expression cold. Terrible. I toss the bottle back to him and turn to walk away. He picks it up, takes one look, and smiles. Guess I finished it after all. In his final moment, amid a world of pure white, he sees his wife and daughter waiting to welcome him home. Laughing, the family is finally reunited, together at last. Back at the base, after a night of chaos, things finally settle into stillness. Thanks, Chase. It's nothing, though this doesn't seem to be the way to the medical wing. The boss doesn't answer, using a retinal scan to unlock the door. Chase carries him inside over his shoulder. Chase, for this base to reach this scale in so short a time, it never could have happened without outside help. But do you know why they chose this exact spot to help us build it? Huh? Whether it's the Hell's Lexicon from the Umbra Alliance, or the classic of mountains and seas from Dracoria, The strange beasts recorded within them are no myth. They all came from beyond, and our own ancient era was no different. Right beneath this very base, there lies dormant, from an ancient age, a primordial calamity beast. What? It's precisely because it exists that we and the outside powers have been able to coexist in peace until now. He points to a button. After all, one press of this, and no one here gets to live. What are you doing? Chase fires twice in quick succession, but he's too late. The boss has already hit the button. A surge of energy shoots skyward as a beam of light, forming a strange pattern in the heavens. No, it isn't a pattern at all. It's monsters. Their eyes snap open, burning a violent blood red. With the mech dealt with, I drive the war rig back to the base. My lord, is he finished? Yeah, get in. Let's head back to Dracoria. It's been a while since I rode in your car. Brings back memories. Suddenly, the ground beneath the entire base begins to tremble. Everyone senses something is wrong and turns to look. The whole base is caving in before their eyes. What's happening? Even Luna's expression shifts. Himeno senses the danger too. The entire base is torn open as several beasts burst forth, roaring with fury. They bear countless heads, dragon-like and monstrous, their bodies towering to an unimaginable size. Their roars carry such force that the sheer sound waves could trigger a tsunami. Himeno freezes in shock. What is that thing? Don't tell me that's an extinction-class calamity beast. Why is something like this even here? Get in. Ah! Everyone scrambles to obey, piling into the war rig to escape the beast. Humanity stands utterly powerless against a creature this horrifying. Its breath can pierce through an entire line of people, and a single swing of its tail hits like an earthquake. All we can do is ride the war rig and flee this place. This isn't a problem we can solve alone. For now, all we can do is head back and figure out a plan. Meanwhile, at Duskmere Base, Jade, this file that Kai gave us, you still haven't even looked at it yet, have you? I've been so focused on getting stronger, I nearly forgot all about it. Just then a phone rings, cutting their conversation short. Duskmere Base Command, go ahead. Whatever comes through the line leaves Commander Seuss stunned. What? This thing is beyond terrifying. Are you telling me even a sequence break can't put it down? Notify the entire Frontier Command. Everyone moves to Level 1 alert immediately. Activate the Extinction-class Calamity Beast Emergency Protocol. Albion Isle looks like it's finished. In a small outpost out on the ice fields. Just what was Senna thinking? Letting a thing like that loose? This is a disaster now. An Extinction-class Calamity Beast. Here in the null mass expanse, there's no one who can stop it. Albion Isle is already all but destroyed, and now it seems that thing is heading straight toward Dracoria. Ahead in the beast's path, a figure appears against the sky. A monk, eyes blazing with golden light. I'm still in the war rig, calmly sipping my tea. Everyone else is on edge. What do we do now? That Extinction-class Calamity Beast. What do you mean, what do we do? When the sky falls, the tallest guy holds it up. But are you sure there's anyone taller than you? I keep drinking my tea, saying nothing. Even if there's cause to worry, it's not my turn to worry yet. Kai, we need to prepare for the worst. That thing is heading straight for Dracoria. The old man's already sent Fanchon to hold it off. After that, the bismuth purge shell. What's that? A specialized weapon developed specifically to target calamity beasts. On the surface, it doesn't look all that powerful, but it can wipe out every cell in a calamity beast body in an instant. But if even that doesn't work, Luna glances at me, hesitating. Kai, going by the data we have from outside, an Extinction-class calamity beast, in our null mass expanse, is a presence that borders directly on domain tier. Isn't sending Fanchon alone far too risky? There's no other choice. Luna isn't suited for stalling tactics. And as for Lu Kai, that man never lifts a finger unless there's something in it for him. You really expect him to take a risk like this? Ugh. He turns to the window, helpless. On the beast's side, the terrifying creature surges forward at tremendous speed, its destructive power undiminished. Fanchon blocks its path, hovering in midair, his body radiating golden light. Sage Lord, lend me your strength. Energy erupts from his body as countless scriptures materialize behind him, and a colossal golden figure takes shape at his back. With a raise of his hand, the golden figure unleashes a sealing barrier, the scriptures transforming into chains that bind the beast. The beast unleashes its breath, shattering the scriptures and breaking free of the chains, but it remains trapped within the barrier. Enraged, the beast fixes Fanchon's image in its memory and roars furiously within the barrier. At that moment, a flash of light streaks across the sky. The purge shell, seeing his task complete, Fanchon releases every technique at once and bolts, retreating fast. By now, the purge shell has already struck the beast square in the chest, beginning to take effect. The bismuth payload should be dissolving the beast's cells and genetic structure, but this time, it does nothing at all. The beast only grows more furious, letting out an even more violent roar, its sound wave blasting outward in a ring. Thankfully, Fanchon has already retreated to a safe distance. Did it fail? His eyes flare with light once more. Back at the base, a dead silence hangs in the air. That's impossible. A bismuth shell that can drop a king-class calamity beast in an instant, and it did absolutely nothing? Jen, notify Dracoria. No, notify the entire world. Activate the Global Special Defense Response effective immediately. Speaker, even so. Those people at Frontier Command will probably just stand by and watch from the sidelines. No, I'm not talking about this beast. Fan Chen charges back in, once again facing the extinction-class Calamity Beast head-on. It's still too much for him. The creature is simply too powerful. Just as he takes a hit and finds himself in danger, countless streaks of blue light come pouring in from a distance. It's the War Rig's pulse cannon, firing relentlessly into the beast, though admittedly, it doesn't seem to do much damage. The War Rig comes to a sudden stop. Luna and I flash out of the vehicle. We watch Fan Chen battling the beast in the distance. The last time we fought side by side, that was back at the very start of the apocalypse, wasn't it? Don't remember. I do miss the old days, when you were so pure and sweet, the kind of boy who'd blush just standing next to me. Why don't we bring that boy back for a moment? Fan Chen, meanwhile, is still frantically dodging the beast's attacks. Could the two of you flirt later, please? This humble monk thinks he's got maybe one more save left in him. Holding the line alone for this long, it really has been rough on him. He looks like he's about to hit his limit. Ready? Once the arrow's loose, there's no calling it back. Guess the easy days are well and truly over. Time to get serious. Energy erupts violently from both Luna and me. It's finally our turn to step in. The beast shifts its focus, locking onto the two of us instead. It's come to this after all. Luna and I let loose. Red and blue, two columns of energy blazing skyward. The surge alone splits the clouds apart and punches straight through the ice. Pure overflow from the raw power alone. This is a power only those of us at the sequence break tier could ever possess. We channel our energy to forge a sequence break domain, one that favors us completely. We charge at the beast. With the domain amplifying our strength, we grow stronger still, power stacked on power. In the end, even this monstrous creature falls beneath the combined assault of Luna and me. And so, the story of Sakura Isle comes to a close. Inside a distant castle, a young woman sits sipping her tea. Suddenly, a wave of unease grips her. Kira, that was... A presence just like Apex's has surfaced. There's no mistaking it. Someone has broken through to domain tier. And not just one either. The balance of order has just been shattered. The young woman leans back and takes another sip, unbothered. Well, someone out there is about to start panicking. Meanwhile, elsewhere, in a hidden outpost belonging to the outsiders, everyone is thrown into shock. The mass energy tide has broken past the critical threshold. A domain has been born inside the null mass expanse. You've got to be kidding me. Could it be one of the three? Impossible. They'd have no reason to expose themselves. Everyone halt all experiments within the null mass expanse immediately. Until the Origin World issues an official order, stay hidden as best you can. Do not reveal your identities, under any circumstances. This is bad. This is really, really bad. The War Rig speeds across the snow. Inside, Luna sleeps peacefully. Two domains, appearing all at once. And both from the Eternals, no less. If these two ever set foot in the Origin World, they'd tear the whole place apart. Bantia, yes? Do you have any way of reaching the Origin Array? Ah. I only made it through during the moment the Wardens were forcibly seizing control of the passage, slipping through in the chaos. There was no time at all to set up a cross-realm anchor. I see. Kina and I sit down, and I press her further. How do the Wardens actually view us Eternals? Honestly, I don't know. The ones pushing to drag you into the war, that's them. And the ones insisting on protecting you now, that's also them. But all of that only holds as long as you pose no threat to the Origin World, right? How many domain tier beings does the Origin World have right now? The Forged Array has 3. The Wardens have 2, but those 2 from the Wardens, it's said that either one of them alone could overpower all 3 of the Forged Array's domains combined. As for the Origin Array, my liege, you already know. There's barely a handful of us. Bantia looks over, caught off guard that I'd say something like that. The sky grows darker by the minute. That night, Kina lies beside me but can't sleep. She sits up and watches me instead. She toys idly with my hair, and before long wakes me up too. Back at Duskmere Base, Jade picks up the flash drive from earlier and plugs it into her computer. It loads quickly, nearly finished downloading within moments. Once it's done, the file opens and begins to play automatically. Across the vast expanse of the cosmos, there existed a core domain built around the human race, a realm where countless intelligent species lived side by side. Andromeda. This was the heart where humans and alien species coexisted, a crossroads where civilizations converged, a border where order and chaos intertwined. Within this realm, no matter the civilization or species, all obeyed the same fundamental laws of power, mass energy, energy tier, matter control, and energy conversion efficiency. Together, these determine the ceiling of a species' growth and the height its civilization could reach. It was an ironclad law that transcended every species, every territory, every form civilization could take, and it stood as the fundamental measure of strength for every being in existence. Near the end of the Age of Expansion, as the realm expanded at a breathtaking pace, one species that had always kept itself in the shadows quietly rose into view. The Eternals. Every other species was stunned to discover that not a single adult among the Eternals was ordinary. Even the weakest had already reached the coalescence tier, and at any equal tier, their mass energy far outstripped every other species. This raw talent sent shockwaves of alarm through every other power in the realm. Before long, some began to argue that while the Eternals' numbers and resources were still weak, They should be wiped out entirely, before it was too late. But when one powerful species, defying the realm's accords, struck first against the Eternals, the true extent of the Eternals' power was finally revealed. In under a single week, they crushed that mighty species without mercy. And it was this very battle that pushed nearly every other species in the realm to turn against the Eternals as one. Facing pressure from countless species united against them, the realm's wardens eventually stepped in to mediate. The Eternals escaped total annihilation, but were exiled instead to the deepest reaches of the realm, a place once used in ancient times to imprison the realm's most dangerous criminals, a replicated, isolated dimension, the null mass expanse. As eras drifted by across the sea of stars, the species of Andromeda had, over time, gradually forgotten the species they'd once cast out. But then, somewhere beyond the realm's borders, deep within the barren stretch known as the Dead Reaches, within a sealed pocket of space, locked away by layer upon layer of space-time turbulence, a massive swarm of bizarre lifeforms suddenly surged into being. They were monstrously powerful, born already wielding mass energy at the coalescence tier, savage and bloodthirsty by nature, leaving nothing but ruin in their wake. Andromeda was instantly plunged into the deadliest crisis it had ever faced. In this moment of desperation, every species, without exception, thought of the one place capable of severing all mass energy entirely, the null mass expanse. There, even a being at the domain tier would be reduced to an ordinary individual the moment they entered, and those monstrous creatures would be no exception. After urgent deliberation among every species, it was decided to fully open the sealed gateway and lure the beasts en masse into the null mass expanse, scattering their assault and easing the crushing pressure bearing down on them all. Just as everyone breathed a sigh of relief, one fatal oversight went completely unnoticed. Once this gateway, sealed shut for tens of thousands of years, was thrown fully open, the deep space cold and trace elements of mass energy from the outer realm began steadily seeping into the null mass expanse. The cold plunged the entire expanse into a sudden deep freeze, and it awakened something in a handful of exceptionally gifted Eternals. For the first time, these humans began to sense mass energy once more, and so began the true origin of the Great Freeze. But the turmoil did not end there. Not long after, a faction emerged within Andromeda seeking to use the monster's genetic material to break past their own limits of mass energy, and a fair number of them had already succeeded. Before long, Andromeda splintered into three factions: the Origin Array, who refused all genetic fusion, the Forged Array, who embraced it fully, and the Wardens, who remained neutral, watching from the sidelines. As the Forged Array's experiments grew ever more reckless, they used the excuse of controlling the beast population and easing the burden on the Eternals to station themselves at the null mass expanse's gateway, while secretly reaching out to seize the Eternals for themselves. What they never anticipated was that a vow made 10,000 years ago would come to shatter every one of their plans. Suddenly, the screen goes dark. Jade tries the controls. Nothing responds. Ugh, another blackout? My war rig rolls to a stop outside a building. Ah, finally we're here. Such a shame. I was supposed to go find you on Albion Isle. I even planned for us to go relax somewhere together. Ah, well, anyway. Send people to search for the starving mine as soon as possible. Time is running out. Haha. Come with me for a second. I have a gift for you. Luna takes my hand and leads me into the house, into a warm room. She opens the safe in the nightstand. Huh? When did you... The moment you mentioned this thing, I sent people to search for it right away. Surprised? Thank you, this helps a lot. Ah, Luna pulls me down to sit on the bed again. Even though time is tight right now, a little while longer won't hurt. Soon I set off on my journey again. My liege, isn't she coming with us to the polar ice wall? Luna will join us once she's done with her work. But before that, we're heading to Duskmere first. Himeno, you'll stay behind there. Why? At the polar ice wall, where the cross-realm gateway is, the deep space cryogenic radiation there is more than your confluence tier body can endure for long, and Calamity Beasts are everywhere. Even King-class ones aren't rare. Even Void Break fighters don't dare go deep inside. That's exactly why the area is marked a forbidden zone for humans. After all, it's the null mass expanse, where mass energy is scarce. If it were out here instead, even a coalescence tier fighter could withstand that kind of radiation. Is that so? So out there, could I basically fly through the sky and tunnel through the ground? Yeah, that's about right. Over at an Apex base outpost, Calamity Beasts strike again. The guards don't even flinch. They handle it with ease. Well trained, their combat skills have improved a lot. None of them have especially strong powers, but working together, they're plenty strong. Each of them plays to their strengths to take down the beasts. Amazing, just amazing. That's so strong. Now they can hold off Calamity Beast attacks on their own. My war rig stops in a clearing on the snowfield, and I look out the window. Hey, a blonde girl smiles and waves at me, then vanishes into the snow just as fast. I know it's only a hallucination. I start the war rig again and drive on, fleeing a piece of the past I'd rather not touch. Soon I arrive at Duskmere base. I park the war rig, and I'm about to bring Bantia and Himeno inside when the gate guards stop us. Halt! The guard rubs his eyes in disbelief and shouts, "Ah, the son-in-law is back!" His shout wakes up the whole base, and it bursts into a commotion. So that's the son-in-law. First time I've seen him. You two must be new to the base. You have no idea. Back then, the son-in-law single-handedly saved this base when it was on the brink. Hey, son-in-law, do you still remember me? Back when you came home with Miss Sue, I was the one on guard duty here too. Oh, it's you. By the way, what's with this son-in-law thing? Heh, the base has taken in a lot of new recruits lately. Some of them just can't take a hint and keep trying to get close to Miss Sue, so not long ago, Miss Sue just laid it all out. Laid what out? What else? Weren't you two already married before the apocalypse? What? Well, I'll get back to my post, son-in-law. I'm completely stunned. Jade really knows how to spread a good rumor. Wait, don't tell me that was her doing too. My lord, how am I supposed to talk to everyone here? Oh, right, I'll have Apex install a language module for you in a bit. That should let you. Watch out, that's a void break. Ah, a white-haired woman suddenly rushes over, throws her arms around me and kisses me. Ah, Bantia and Himeno both freeze, completely lost. Well, this is a bit unexpected. I won't be dead weight this time, right? Count me in for guarding the polar ice wall too. You know how it is. At a moment like this, there's no point hiding it from the higher-ups anymore. Himeno and Bantia exchange a look. Ah. Meanwhile, in a wrecked base elsewhere, the butterfly girl lies badly wounded. When did you find out about this place? Helena, leader of the Western League. From the very start, a black-haired girl walks up, smiling. All this time, thank you for feeding us so much intel. What are you talking about? A man steps out from behind Helena. The butterfly girl can't believe her eyes. It's him? Simp, you traitor! Helena swings her sickle once, and the butterfly girl's life ends there. Killing done, Helena turns and walks away. Simp, feed them some false information. Don't let them catch on to our next move. Yes. Back at Dustmere Base, Jade leads me to the office. Kai, everyone's already there waiting for me. Kai. Autumn. Commander Sue walks in too. Kai, it's not easy getting a chance to see you these days. Uncle Sue. We'll wait outside for you. Ha ha. You really are something else. Lately, because of you, my phone hasn't had a quiet day. I still remember Chief Hawk, the way he started stammering the moment he heard your name. Ha ha ha. The base seems to be doing pretty well these days. All those opportunists heard you and Jade have something going on, so they've been prioritizing supplies for us. And with Jade alone now able to match the combat strength of an entire base, how could things not go well? Ah, I'd love to chat with you more, but let's save it for when you two get back. Every powerhouse in the world is rushing to the polar ice wall right now. How could I possibly stop Jade from going? When are you two planning to leave? Jade and I exchange a glance. We'll head out shortly. Meanwhile, Bantia and the others are getting along nicely in the lounge. Bantia even conjures up a little rabbit with her magic. Aw, a bunny! Bantia pats the little girl's head. She's really good with kids. Just then, our meeting wraps up, and we come back. Soon, we say our goodbyes by the war rig. Jade, Bantia, and I are heading for the polar ice wall. Kai, please be careful. I will. I take Autumn's blessing to heart. Himeno, don't worry, my lord. I'll keep them safe. With our goodbyes said, we climb into the war rig and set off for the polar ice wall. The war rig pulls away fast, leaving them watching our backs as we go. Ever since the apocalypse, the snowfields never change. Always an endless white. Kai, where's the mechanoid princess? I still haven't met her. She's fusing with the Star Core right now. She probably won't wake up anytime soon. Fusing? Jade asks, curious. So that means, to scatter the Calamity Beasts' assault, they've long since stopped caring whether the Eternals survive. So the moment the gateway opens, your true form must charge straight into the central axis and destroy it, sealing this one and only entrance for good. We can't let the Calamity Beasts into the null mass expanse. Please, Apex. That was a promise Apex had made to someone back in the origin world. She had kept it all along, remembering it even after arriving here. Now the time had come to keep that promise. She charged into the axis. So this is the gateway's central axis? Suddenly a voice came from behind her. So it really is true. The mechanoids really are Eternals after all. A golden beam blasted her away. Ah, her true form was about to be flung out of the gateway. No good. She's about to be forcibly expelled from the gateway. She vanished into the darkness. You two go after her and check. Go any further and we'll get pulled straight into the null mass expanse. Haven't you noticed the mass energy from outside has already started slowly flowing in? You two are sequence breaked here. No matter how much your mass energy gets compressed over there, you'll be fine protecting yourselves. Then why don't you go yourself? Looks like they're about to start arguing. All right, Senna, let's go. After they left, elsewhere, Apex was still being expelled by the gateway. She crashed hard into the snow, badly damaged. Cracks covered her true form, sparking with discharges of energy. Could it be that this space can't sustain a domain-tier mass energy tide, and if it can't be shielded, all that's left is to break apart? In that space, her core had no choice but to split into 3 crystal shards. To keep from being torn apart by the gateway's rejection, the 3 shards scattered in 3 different directions. One shard sank beneath the pitch-black sea, hiding itself away. Another streaked across the night sky over a city, turning into a shooting star just as I was out on a late walk. Yes, that was the very one that struck me. I jolt awake. I hadn't expected to still be dreaming about the past. I wipe my forehead. Ah, Jade wakes up too from the commotion. At least everything's fine now. The war rig rolls on smoothly. A huge crowd has already gathered before the polar ice wall. Are those guys really going to show up? Intel says the Forged Array has struck a deal with the Wardens to wipe out every sequence tier fighter on our side, then seal the gateway, to stop the null mass expanse from producing any more powerhouses. That's just vile. Even if they pull it off, what? Are they just going to dump this whole apocalyptic mess on a bunch of ordinary people to clean up? They're not trying to wipe out the Eternals entirely. You might even end up thanking them. Meanwhile, across the realm of Andromeda, Humor the Reaper, a sequence break tier fighter, appears. A crowd is gathered, listening to news of a new powerhouse's rise. How many sequence breaks does that make now? That the Eternals, stuck in a place like that, can still produce so many powerhouses. This race's threat level is honestly even greater than the Calamity Beasts. Sequence break tier Elder Zeal, the old man Luna once beat to a pulp. Void break tier, the Sword Saint of Duskmere Jade. I know this woman. A 90% match rating. She's on the kill on sight list. 90%? Good grief. Quasi-domain Helena, quasi-domain Fanshen, both possess the means to briefly ascend to domain tier. So they're the vessels of Sage Lord Qin and Kira Moonwreath, aren't they? Long ago, Sage Lord Qin calculated and foretold that the rise of the Eternals was inevitable, and that the Calamity Beast crisis could only be resolved with their help. So, against every objection, together with the Mechanoid Princess's close friend Kira, he entered the null mass expanse to help the Eternals. Unfortunately, that place couldn't withstand their domain tier mass energy tide. In the end, Sage Lord Qin's body shattered, and Kira Moonwreath's spirit dissolved. Both of them, just like the Mechanoid Princess, had their consciousness anchor itself to a highly compatible eternal host. The broadcast cuts off. Huh, that's it? Those two domain tier fighters who sparked this whole operation, where are they? We haven't even seen them. Even if you recognize their faces, the moment you cross paths with them, there's no walking away alive. The crowd is terrified. Back at the polar ice wall, they're here. Helena and Fanshen are still whispering to each other, when suddenly everyone's attention snaps to my war rig. With one swing of its tail, it skids to a stop right in front of them, and I step out gracefully with Bantia and Jade. The crowd instinctively clears a path for us. Nearby, someone whispers, Dracoria's domain tier fighter is just a kid? Keep your voice down, you got a death wish? He's the one who wiped out the Western League's top fighters, cut him down to nothing. Yeah, the Western League's furious but doesn't dare say a word. They hate his guts. We soon reach the front of the ice wall. Kai. Ah. Helena rushes over and throws her arms around me. Ah, everyone, myself included, is stunned. Oh? I didn't realize the two of us actually got along so well. So this is what you meant by hating his guts? Well, didn't expect to get proven wrong that fast. Confluence tier and above, push forward with us. The deeper into the ice wall we go, the stronger the deep space radiation gets. Choose your stopping point based on what you can handle. Everyone below confluence tier stays here. The enemy is affected by the radiation too. The weaker they are, the more desperate they'll be to break out of the ice wall. Your job is to snipe down anyone who slips through, and keep the rear supply lines secure. Alright. Move out. Powerhouses don't need much explaining to understand. With a roar, everyone charges up the ice wall, ready to fight. Every fighter at this level has their own tricks up their sleeve. We shoot into the sky too, charging forward. On the distant horizon, a massive swarm of Calamity Beasts soon appears. To fighters of this caliber, the sheer numbers mean nothing to fear. Everyone unleashes their own powers, cutting down beasts with style and sheer force. Ah! Scarlet gets knocked down by a King-class Calamity Beast. Ah! Jade rushes in to help, freezing the King-class beast solid with a single strike. Scarlet is saved, and Jade pulls her back up. Energy gathers in my hand and I fire off a devastating blast. Everything in its path is wiped clean. That single strike clears out every Calamity Beast nearby. Ah, is he even human? Everyone stares, dumbstruck. That's just ridiculous. Ha ha ha, Helena laughs. With the Calamity Beast cleared out, we all push forward. Soon, we reach the spot, the rift between worlds. Meanwhile, on the other side of the gateway, aboard the Mechanoid Warden's flagship, the Mechanoids stand ready, fully armed. The Forged Array has arrived too, bringing their own flagship. Inside, they're making their final preparations. Sovereign, according to intel from Simp and the others, the Eternals are locked in fierce infighting. Right now, they're all hunkered down, guarding their own territories. They all hover above the gateway, waiting for it to open so they can enter. All units, in position. Ah. Suddenly, they feel a ripple in the air. On the opening gateway, my face appears. A massive burst of energy from me shatters their ships instantly. Ah, their entire fleet is torn to pieces, not a single ship spared. Only the crews remain, drifting in space, before the open gateway suddenly sucks them all in. On our side, the gateway suddenly opens, and everyone just pulled in comes tumbling out. One by one they crash into the snow, caught completely off guard, taking the full impact head-on. Before they get their bearings, let's beat them senseless, ha ha ha! Now they're sitting ducks, at everyone's mercy. There was an ambush? Their remaining forces outside are furious. Was everyone else expelled from the gateway too? Even Apex herself couldn't withstand that expulsion force back then, yet we're standing here now. Could it be the mass energy factor in here isn't as thin as it used to be? No wonder the null mass expanse can produce domain tier fighters now. Fine. Let's just get out of here fast if we keep dragging our feet. I know that already, but it looks like someone's got us pinned down here. Ah, only then do they realize they can't leave. I emerge from the gateway. No wonder. Andromeda's strongest sequence fighter, Hong. I was hoping to spring one more ambush. Kai, I'm not surprised they know who I am. You plan on taking all 4 of us at once? Bingo. I snap my fingers, unleashing a massive surge of energy. Ah. All 4 of them are trapped instantly. Ah. Surrounded by countless bolts of charged energy. I've got every one of them right where I want them. Release domain. The moment Hong says it, the others rush to release their own domains alongside him to block my attack. But my attack isn't over with just one strike. No good, his mass energy is far too overwhelming. My domain can't push back against it at all. The next moment, every bolt of charged energy turns black. Not good, stop him. The mark above Hong's head lights up. He fires back several powerful strikes. I block every one of them, but it does buy the others a moment to catch their breath. You 3, get out here first, I'll hold him off. The others do as he says, thinking it's their chance, but really, heh. They have no idea what's waiting for them. With only Hong and me still locked in a standoff, the others slip through the gateway into our world. But the moment they step through, a wave of black energy binds them in place. It's Helena and Fanchon. Only now do they realize they've walked right into a trap. The fight is now completely one-sided, entirely in our favor. Jade strikes first, squaring off against a red-haired woman. Even at an elemental disadvantage, Jade moves fast, trying to win through sheer speed. Her opponent is no pushover either. 2 opposing streams of energy collide head-on. A massive fireball slams into Jade's ice pillar, and both of them are knocked back. There's no time to rest. The next attack comes fast. Bantia has found her own target too, a blonde woman wielding a rifle. Everyone has locked onto a target, trading blows to pin each other down. Bantia fires a blast into the sky, triggering a massive explosion that splits the battlefield apart. The group uses the moment to catch their breath. Elsewhere, the fighting rages just as fiercely. Fanchon has drawn attention too. His opponent's fierce attack is deflected right back, sending them stumbling away instead. The opponent immediately opens their own domain. Turns out this is a domain tier fighter. Their eyes narrow, and the next instant an attack breaks through Fanchon's shield entirely. Inside my domain, no one's mass energy can be projected outward, unless your domain is stronger than mine. So put away these little tricks and fight me hand to hand like a good boy. Sage Lord Qin appears behind Fanchon. Sage Lord, his domain, you've already hit your limit sustaining domain tier mass energy. If you release your own domain in under a minute, you'll be forced right back to your previous form. Fine by me. This humble monk happens to know a thing or two about hand-to-hand combat. So forgive the rudeness. The next second, Fanchon's robe tears open, revealing an incredibly muscular frame underneath. What the? His opponent freezes in shock. The next second, Fanchon's fist slams straight into his face. Caught completely off guard, he's sent flying and crashes hard into the ground. A blonde domain tier fighter, seeing no one's coming after him, quickly slips away. Elder Zeal, having just finished off his opponent, notices him. That domain tier fighter is heading outside the ice wall. Damn it, if we let him get out. Helena, finishing off her own opponent, turns and calls back to them. Don't bother with him. Back in the realm of Andromeda, a massive explosion suddenly rocks the central base. Everyone panics, staring up as a woman in red appears in the sky. That looks like the Eternals are raiding our home base. Yes, Luna has come straight for their headquarters. The blonde man who fled the ice wall has no idea he never actually escaped our plan. He suddenly stops, freezing in fear as a ship rises up before him. The ship fires a laser cannon at him without warning, and he scrambles to dodge. He barely avoids the hit, but it still sends him hurtling far off course. Apex appears aboard the ship. Impossible, the mechanoid princess? It's no surprise he recognizes her. Brilliant light bursts from Apex's form. The next moment, the massive mech vanishes entirely. Turns out, that was her true body all along. Having a physical body again feels pretty good. Why, weren't you already? Apex smiles. I've been nurtured by an absolute sequence with 100% compatibility, tending to my core star core. Now not only is my core fully restored, my mass energy is far richer than it ever was before. The absolute sequence recorded in the deep space archives? Such a thing actually exists? Could it be that, Kai? Apex doesn't bother replying. Alright, it's time for you to go. Wait, even if you mechanoids were once half eternal, most of your kind have long since woken from that split consciousness into a self of your own, choosing to identify solely as mechanoids. You don't need to throw yourself against all of Andromeda for the sake of the Eternals. The Eternal Forerunners, in their pursuit of immortality, map their own consciousness onto foreign vessels, giving rise to the first mechanoids. Across 10,000 years, the mechanoids have branched into many lines, but our royal bloodline has always kept the full spirit of our eternal ancestors intact. I am an Eternal. He never expected Apex to say something like that. Clearly, there's no hope left. Apex unleashes her domain, a field so vast it swallows both of them whole. He quickly opens his own domain to resist. Their domains collide, but Apex's power is clearly the stronger of the two. He won't be able to hold out much longer. Back on my end, Hong and I are still locked in our own struggle. Not bad. Looks like you've adapted to this place already. I underestimated you, honestly. Barely stepped into domain tier and already this strong. You Eternals are far more terrifying than we ever imagined. He's about to run out of strength himself when a message comes through. I smile and pull back my domain, halting the attack. Confused about why I've stopped, he opens the message anyway. Sovereign, it's bad. That domain tier Eternal has broken straight into our realm. Lady Malo is engaging her right now, but it doesn't look good. On Luna's end, things are going smoothly too. Her opponent is struggling hard. Malo fights with everything she has, landing several hits, but none of them so much as scratch Luna. Malo unleashes wave after wave of blade force, and Luna deflects every single one with ease. After a relentless exchange, their clash erupts into a violent explosion. Malo coughs up blood and staggers backward. Luna raises her spear, and a massive dragon materializes behind her, a power that's simply overwhelming. Malo unleashes her domain once more, wrapping herself and the planet below in an attempt to hold the line. Sure enough, Luna's spear proves stronger, shattering Malo's domain in no time. Malo's wounds keep piling up, while Luna remains completely unscathed, fighting harder with every exchange. This round goes to Luna. Back on my side, Hong is starting to panic. Our own fight ramps up once more. A ring of golden light bursts from his body, making him look almost angelic. But it still isn't enough to beat me. He fires a wave of light from his staff, but I catch it barehanded and send it right back. With him knocked back, I press the advantage, firing off a black arrow that finds its mark. Then I close the distance and go hand-to-hand with him. One hand conjures chains to bind him, the other conjures a hammer to bring down on him. He coughs up blood, sensing real trouble now, and has no choice but to shift forms again, playing his final card. He unleashes an even stronger wave of light. I raise my hand again to block it. Even with everything he's got, it still can't break through my defense. Left with no options, he smiles faintly and closes his eyes. You win. On Apex's side, her opponent tries a last desperate stand, but her dominance is simply too overwhelming. The blonde man's domain, pushed to its absolute limit, gets ground down bit by bit under Apex's own. My domain, he can't believe it. How has Apex grown this powerful? He tries again, summoning a barrage of massive guns into the sky. But with a single wave of Apex's hand, the guns shift from gold to blue, their barrels swinging around to point straight at him. In the end, his own weapons are turned against him, firing straight back at their owner. It's a final, desperate burst of strength, striking himself and erupting in a blaze of light. In the end, all that's left is his broken body on the ground. But the war rages on. I return through the gateway with a defeated Hong in tow, hovering above the battlefield. Sovereign, no one can believe their eyes. Impossible, this can't be real. What's going on? I hover above the crowd, holding the unconscious Hong. It's over. Even though they'd expected it, hearing me declare victory still fills everyone with relief. Just then, some commotion nearby catches my attention. My liege, let me teach her a proper lesson. This one used to fight me at every turn back at the academy. You've got some nerve saying that. Bantia is still tugging someone's hair in a scuffle. All right. You might not even run into these people again after this. Bantia straightens up, unsure what I'm getting at. Here's what had just happened moments before. Kai, let's make an agreement. An agreement? I'll admit, our odds in this war are slim. So what makes you think you're in any position to negotiate with me? If I fight without holding anything back, I can easily wipe out your entire side before you manage to kill me. At our level of power, you know I'm not bluffing. Is that a threat? Of course not. This is simply my last bargaining chip. Seeing him like this, I have no choice but to agree. You and I fight one round. If I win, your side will cooperate in sealing both gateways of the null mass expanse. I feign confusion. 2? No need for the act. The null mass expanse has always had 2 spatial nodes, one open back in ancient times. The other, I'd guess, is the origin array's doing. Otherwise, I can't figure out how your other domain tier fighter ever got out. And if you lose? If I lose, the realm of Andromeda will fully accept the Eternals and help you rebuild your homeland, whether within the null mass expanse or out here, and as long as it doesn't break the order, you could even become the next sovereign. Ha. I can't help but burst out laughing loud and unrestrained. Hong has no idea what's so funny. Even if it came to that, Andromeda's fate still wouldn't be up to us to decide. You're just trying to give yourself a graceful way out. Then I shift my tone. That said, there's still room to talk. If I win, you'll exile the entire forged array to the Broodmother's hive in the Dead Reaches. And if every last one of them dies in there, then the Wardens will be the ones to fill that role next. Any objections? Hong grits his teeth and has no choice but to agree. The agreement is sealed. He extends his hand, forming a white magic circle. I do the same, mine forming in black. Our hands slowly draw closer, the 2 circles merging together until our palms finally meet. The pact is bound. And that's how things stand now. Lady Helena, the Sovereign, Lady Apex took him down. Everyone turns towards Simp, sprinting over. Ha, the Sovereign, Lady Apex wrecked him. He cheers wildly, while everyone else just stands there in shock. The Sovereign. Plenty of them still haven't caught up. Lady Helena, Lady Apex? Only now do people realize something's wrong and their shock turns to fury. A man steps forward. Simp, don't tell me. Simp laughs nervously. Hey. Well, about that. Realizing he's been caught, Simp bolts. You backstabbing rat, Simp, get back here. We can lose the war, but that Simp has to die. Lady Helena, save me. Somehow the whole thing ends with everyone chasing Simp across the battlefield. Everyone can't help but burst out laughing. Jade wraps her arms around me. It's finally over. At last she can rest in my embrace. On Hong's side, the losses are heavy, and he himself is badly hurt, but at least it's over now. Snowflakes fall on everyone, alike, drifting down without distinction. Down at the base of the polar ice wall, the crowd is still waiting. Suddenly, Apex's true form rises up over the ice wall. Everyone looks up at once. They're back, they're back. Tears well up in everyone's eyes. We won, we won, we won, we won. The crowd below erupts into cheers. Back at the base, everyone is celebrating the victory too, cheering with joy. It truly is a moment worth celebrating. Our world has won. Once again, we've saved the world. Back at Duskmere Base, Commander Sue receives the news too. He hangs up the phone and turns to look out the window behind him, toward our direction, a smile spreading across his face. Jade and I really pulled it off. Over at the Apex Base outpost, everyone is celebrating too. Suddenly, an archer notices the snow starting to melt, and the snowfall in the sky is thinning out. The dark clouds that had loomed for so long finally part, and the sun breaks through again. Everyone is stunned. It's been so long since humanity has seen sunlight. Glaciers begin to melt, rivers start flowing again, and the ice covering the seas and deserts thaws away. The world finally returns to what it should have always been. 4 distinct seasons, from forest and fields to city skylines, the endless white fades away, revealing the world's true colors once more. The Wardens locate the Calamity Beast broodmother. Every sequence tier fighter in Andromeda mobilizes at once, joining forces to bring the broodmother down for good. But that's a story for another time. And with that, the long drawn-out Calamity Beast crisis finally comes to an end. It's Mom and Dad! The teacher clears his throat, cutting him off. Sky, that man there used to be the sovereign. Sure, he only held the title for a single day before deciding it was too much trouble and stepping down, but he really is, without a doubt, Andromeda's strongest sequence fighter. Ha ha ha, Sky, you're such a show-off. Alright, class dismissed. Ha ha ha. Soon enough, everyone shakes off the classroom mood entirely. Mothers arrive to pick up their kids and take them home. Huh, Sky, isn't your Auntie Autumn here yet? She's usually the first one waiting at the gate. Mom's picking me up today. Is that so? Hey, isn't that... Suddenly a crowd gathers outside. Sky runs over, calling out, Mom, why is she here? Whoa, it's really her. Jade's arrival draws a crowd of onlookers in an instant, and there's only one reason she'd come here. Only now does the teacher realize Sky was telling the truth all along. Ha ha ha. Sky is thrilled beyond words to be picked up by his mom. Jade takes Sky's hand, gets him into the car, and they drive off from the school. The scene shifts to a busy service hall, packed with people coming and going. A red-haired man is at the counter, filling out some paperwork. Sir, even though you're of eternal descent, with only coalescence tier abilities, taking on the role of Star Envoy is frankly beyond your qualifications. Suddenly the clerk spots an entry on his record. Is everything written here actually true? 100%, no exaggeration. He's the very same Jay I once punched square in the face. The lie detector doesn't so much as twitch. So that means... The clerk jumps to his feet, practically bursting with excitement. Starting today, you are officially our esteemed Star Envoy. Jay never imagined taking a beating from me could pay off this well. Ha ha ha. Both sides walk away convinced they got the better end of the deal. These days, temples have sprung up all over the cities. A broad heart makes for a broad road. Let troubles pass without a ripple. If someone wrongs me, I won't waste words on it. Don't dwell on the past, don't fear what's ahead. If you've got a problem, bring it on, don't just stand around hesitating. Such is the wisdom of the great vehicle. These days, Fanchen spends his time preaching sermons just like this one, day after day. In another towering building, Luna sits in her office. Sovereign, that Banti has caused trouble again. We sent her to go mediate a dispute between the Flame Clan and the Dawn Clan, and without so much as a word, she just went ahead and beat up both sides. Wasn't Himeno with her too? Well, yes, she joined right in on the beating. Luna sighs at a total loss. Of course, no surprise coming from the two people a certain someone raised. So how did it turn out? The two clans ended up shaking hands and making peace. Luna breathes a sigh of relief. Well, that works then. Just then, the little girl at her feet speaks up. Mom, I want to go play with Auntie Apex. Go ahead. And while you're at it, drag your dad back from the neighboring star system. He's probably off fishing again. Yay! Ha ha ha! Watching the little girl light up with joy, Luna can't help but smile too. And sure enough, just as Luna said, I'm out in the neighboring star system, fishing alongside Hong. A massive whale breaches the surface, painting a truly breathtaking scene. Truth be told, fishing is really just an excuse for us to talk. Seems like a fair number of you Eternals have chosen to stay behind in the null mass expanse. I don't really see that as a problem. Every race among the stars drifts wherever the starlight leads, settling in whichever star system suits them. With Andromeda's routes now wide open, every race has long grown used to moving on whenever they please. But we Eternals are different. No matter how vast the world beyond may be, this bond woven into our very bones, it's not something we'll ever let go of easily. And besides, through my own eyes, I can see clear across the universe, straight through the gateway. I can see it, on the other side. My home, that blue planet. It has come back to life, full of vitality once more beautiful than ever. Let's go home and take a look.